Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Cuz. Don't be that guy with the T-shirt on in the pool. You can still be slimmer for this summer. Since it only takes 40 days to lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40-plus pounds with NJ Diet, their program uses hair, saliva, and bioenergetic scans to personalize natural formulas and supplements to help you lose the weight. That DNA info is used to help you keep it off. No shots, no hormones, no surgery, no prepackaged foods. Ew. Call 855-5NJ-DIET or visit njdiet.com. That's njdiet.com.
20,000 bonus points, 18.99% variable APR, and a $32 statement credit when you spend $200 before your dog's 8th birthday.
Credit card ads have all sorts of numbers, but they mean nothing to you if you don't get approved. So here's Credit Karma's number, 50. Like members who shop on Credit Karma get approved over 50% more often than the national average. Now that's a number you can rely on. Credit Karma. Apply with more confidence. Member approval rates in 2021 over 50% higher than 2020 CFPB national average.
Grateful Dead members Mickey Hart, Bill Kreutzmann, and Bob Weir, along with John Mayer, take the stage again as Dead & Company. See them live in concert at Citizens Bank Park Saturday, August 21st.
I want to tell you how it's gonna be.
Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Dead & Company performing 2 sets of music drawing largely from the Dead's historic catalog of songs. For more, check out deadandcompany.com.
Think you know Amazon? Think again. Did you know you can get paid when it works best for you? That means you can get the money you earned directly after your shift, or that you get benefits like healthcare on your very first day. As an Amazon warehouse associate, you'll be amazed by what you can get. To learn more about all of the benefits of working an hourly job at Amazon, go to amazon.com/hourly. That's amazon.com/hourly. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Hey, it's Cuz. Colonial Marble and Granite celebrating Independence Day with a fabulous 4th of July sale. Yeah. Save 20% off all marble, granite, and quartz countertops, up to 25% off all wall and floor tile. Get zero money down, 0% financing on purchases of $19.99 or more. Transform your house into the home you've always wanted. Visit one of their local showrooms or online at colonialmarble.net.
Did you know Kohl's has beyond epic deals just in time for 4th of July fun? I just got buy one, get one for $1 Jumping Beans kids finds, shorts for less than $18, and swimsuits for just $17.99. The best part? I didn't need any coupons, earned Kohl's cash, and got free store pickup. So yeah, run to Kohl's. Select styles. Sale ends July 4th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. It's time now for Cuz Radio.
What up, Cuz?
Deshaun Jackson gets a block. Are you kidding?
Talking with the Cuz.
Go Cuz. How you doing?
Stairs rips one into the night.
Stolen by the doctor. Yes, he's got it. Here he comes. Ray, rock the baby to sleep and slam dunk.
Look, Cuz, don't even try it, okay?
Now here's Anthony Gargano.
Why don't you get the hell out of here, Cuz?
The deal zone is popping. Bot, give me the deal zone music. I need the deal zone music, Bot. Oh, it's something big is a brewing. Who is it? What is it? How about, oh, here it is. Oh, something big is a brewing with the Sixers. Who is it? Now, we know Tucker is done. Now, the James Harden opting out. Thank you, Beard. To show that he wants to win a title. That's the best news that we got in a long time. Now, we had thought that the whole thing would be worked out where it would come out to 3 years, 80-some million. Kept hearing that number really since they got him. This was the plan. Now, I didn't realize that I thought he would opt in 2 years and then give you the kind of back-end deal. But he's doing this whole thing. I like it. Gives them maneuverability, gives them to free up, gives Morey some ammo. So let's see what he's got cooking. I heard the boys in the morning. I mean, DiVincenzo I would like a lot. I would love, actually, that. Bring, bro called him Delaware Jordan. Bring him back. I would love that. I'm down with that. That would be interesting. There was a lot of Batum talk, but who's a good ball player, by the way. You know, he'll hit you 3, play good defense, good solid wing player. But Jake Fisher just reported that he's going back to the Clippers, so we'll see. You know, about Batum, where that rolls. There's got to be something. And I heard the Windhorst. You got the windy drop. You got to keep going. The deal zone doesn't stop, Bot. Deal zone plays, man, in a loop. As long as we're talking deals, Bot, the deal zone music plays. It's ominous. Who knows what's going to happen? It's tension. That is the deal zone. Welcome to the deal zone. So we'll see. What other shoe to drop? Windhorst said that he keeps hearing Tobias's name. Now, what happens? Now, you know, you got maneuverability with Harden. Can you flip Tobias into something? Batting that around with Bob and Devon. You know, the Beal opt-out is like, whoa. But Bob and Devon were believing. I believe the same thing. But Beal gets his Supermax. Devon said Supermax 5 years. And then he waits a year and then asked out. Well, we'll see. But is there somebody else that they're coveting? Remember, we didn't know about Melton. Melton was a name that came out of the blue. Does the Eel have somebody else in mind to bolster this team? Is that possible? It all begins today, man. It's a big day. The deal zone is a popping. So we'll keep you abreast of the situation. And any kind of news, any kind of bites, anything come our way, we'll let you know. Who would be the fit? I'm curious. The deal zone is on. Geek Week continues. Today we go into our fantasy world, and we'll dive into a little fantasy action today. We'll talk about a little fantasy football and who's our fantasy geeks. We'll do that sort of thing. So we'll do that. We may hear from the geek today. He'll check in. He's our geek during the season. Who's a beast. We'll get him today. So we're going to dive into our plush geekdom today, but. Yeah, I'm starting to feel a little apprehensive. Last night, I mean, listen, we said it. We didn't like it yesterday. I did not like the Phillies last night. Not with Wright on the mound for Atlanta. Kyle Wright, who's really good. He's got some great stuff. And, and Ranger pitched well. The shame is that the Ranger really gave him a good outing. But I'm worried about the bats, man. I'm worried about what you can get going with this lineup. And that was a tough one. Now you lose both games at home to start the series. Now you got to win today. You got Nola. You have to win today. It's a must win today. So we'll talk a little Fightings. Good morning, Bot.
Good morning to you, too. Yeah.
What is in your life, Bot?
What is in my life?
Yes.
Apprehension is a good word. It is too early still to be out, to be catastrophic. A lot of baseball have to be played. But after...
Not about being out. You're never out. I mean, you're never out.
I was talking to somebody today. They said, give me a week. If this continues for a week, call the season over. I said, that's early.
Somebody said that?
80 games
You can't
left.
do that, dude. You can't call the season.
That's early.
You can't call the season. That's not right.
So I think apprehension is a good word to use today.
I mean, listen, I'm not going to spin a fairy tale. I mean, it is what it is. They're now back to 2 games over 500. They're now 5 games behind the Braves. You know, they're 8 games still 8 out of the Mets. And you've fallen further in the wild card. I mean, you know, not that matters. It's been such a long season. But, you know, it's going to be hard without Harper to generate the runs. This team is built on offense.
For sure.
And so without Bryce, that's a huge, you know, that's a crater in your lineup.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I think that they are going to have to address the outfield position in the trade at some point. And I know that the guys earlier today were talking about potentially bringing in Andrew Benintendi. I've been on the Ian Happ train for a while. I think that would be a perfect fit.
Benintendi. I don't like Benintendi.
He's having a good year.
He don't hit for power.
Correct. He does not. I don't know of anybody that you're going to find other than going and
I'd rather have
getting
Merrifield. You're going to go to that team, I'd rather have Whit Merrifield.
Oh, I mean, there's no doubt. I'd take Merrifield in a heartbeat.
I know his power numbers are down, but I'd rather have him.
You want top of the lineup. That's your top of the lineup.
Right. Whit Merrifield's, I mean, Andrew Benintendi's not a leadoff hitter.
No, I don't think he is.
He's not.
I think
he's
he
not.
hit 2.
Who cares about him, too? You need a leadoff guy. You're going to go in. You're going to go for it. Give me Cedric Mullins. I want nothing to do with Benintendi. He stinks. He's a pencil bat.
I don't think you're going to get anybody that's.
I want Cedric Mullins. I've been wanting Cedric Mullins for 3 years now. Give me Cedric Mullins, bot. Hello, bot.
What do you want to give up?
Can I get Cedric Mullins, bot?
Sure, you can have Cedric Mullins for your number 3 prospect. That's probably what you're looking at. 3, 4, 3 to 5.
I was going to say 5. We'll see. I don't know what kind of. Is he a huge part of that nucleus going forward?
I don't know.
By the way, all they have is the catcher. The catcher's good, Rossman.
Rushman can play.
That's it. And he got hot a little bit. He's starting to hit the ball a little bit.
Yeah, struggled when he first came up.
Who else you got?
On that Orioles team?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously their rotation centered around Means, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah, you got one pitcher. I know he's a left-hander.
They're not as solid as they should be, considering they've been rebuilding for a decade.
Exactly. That's my point to you.
And by the way,
Santander, Hayes,
Trey Mancini too.
He stinks. Trey Mancini.
He's got pop.
He's pop. So does a champagne cork. Stop with his pop. He stinks. So Mountcastle, they stink. That team stinks.
Yeah, the team stinks
like
for
slop.
Sure. Oh,
Your
they're not
bot
good.
like slop.
They're not good.
Mancini stinks. Come on. I'm sensing something from the bot. The bot likes a lot of middling to stink players. You overrate. Who else do you overrate this week? Who I didn't like?
Who's overrated?
Trey Mancini.
I don't think it depends on how much you like him.
I don't like him a little bit.
What I'm saying is I'm not trying to sit here and tell you he's the end all be all for that team, but I think he's a piece.
He's a piece of trash. He's a piece of what? They stink.
That team stinks. There's no doubt about it.
Right, and he stinks. Come on. He's got pop.
I mean, he's going to be their all-star this year, probably.
Is he? I don't think so. I'll bet you right now, Bot, he's not their all-star.
Who else can you go with?
Cedric Mullins.
He's only hitting like 250.
So what? He's better than freaking Mancini. Look at their numbers. I don't know. I'll take the other kid, Mountcastle, over Mancini, too. Come on, Bot. Come on, man. Step up your game, Bot.
I mean, Mancini's hitting 280 this year.
Oh, we want to win a parade?
Well, no, but that team stinks, right? He's their best player.
He's not their best player. Mullins is their best player, legit. All kidding aside. I don't want to fight with the Bot over the Orioles to start the show because nobody cares about the Orioles.
No, that's true.
All right, Bot? That's what you got to learn. There's certain things that nobody cares about. Who's the other conversation we were having?
Joe Adell.
Right, Joe Adell. You're bringing up Joe Adell. The Bot brings up Joe Adell. People are going, Joe Adell? Who's Joey Adell? What's he, from 3rd and Oregon? Joey Adell? Come on, man. You can't give me that.
What TV show is he in?
Really? No, that's the Bot. All right. What do you do with the lineup? I can't call it, man. People are ready to call it, You're talking to people ready to wave the white flag?
Yeah, in like a week's time.
Come on, man.
Middle of July? That's too early for me. That's way too early.
I can't call it. I can't call it. I can't do
me
it.
neither.
I can't. Listen, I can take a respite, right, and go, all right, you gotta hold. You gotta somehow hold. Now, next week you get the Nationals again, and they stink.
Yeah.
All right. So
sandwich between 7 with the Cardinals.
That's scary.
That's tough.
It is scary. No, like you saw them coming in. That lineup, first of all, now that's a good team.
Oh, they're
now
really
that's
good.
a lineup that's really good. Goldschmidt's hitting again, which is scary. He's that's a first baseman having a great year. Paul Goldschmidt's back hitting. Arenado. They got a bunch of young kids.
O'Neal.
That are really good.
That's going to be a big test for the Phillies.
Yeah, I know. They have this kid Gorman, who's good. They got Edmund, who's good, who lead on the Carlson, who's another outfield. I mean, they can rake, and they go 1 through 8. Catcher stinks, but they go 1 through 8.
And after losing a series to the Braves, you got to go Bailey Falter versus Miles Michaelis.
Yeah, I know, and he's having a good year
good
too.
Luck.
I know. Stop! Don't depress me, bot. It's like talking to the bot and bot depressed. No, I don't want to be depressed today.
All right, we're not going to do it.
All right?
That's the last
I'm
negative thing
actually
we get
hopeful today over the Sixers.
Me too.
The Harden news was good. And here's what it also does. It tells you that his mindset is in the right place. His mindset's about winning. I don't know what happened. The great mystery. Does anybody have any clue, any idea as to what happened Game 5 and Game 6? Did he just want to get over he knew that they were going to win? Let me just get through this. Let's start the offseason, come back fresh next year. Is that it, Bot? Bot, tell me what happened to James Harden Game 5, Game 6 last year.
Gosh, I really wish I had an answer for you.
Come on, Bot. Bot doesn't answer like that.
I truly don't know because it's one thing if he can't do it. It's another thing if he doesn't do it. And that's what it was in the final 2 games. It was a lack of try, a lack of fight, a lack of go. And maybe it's a combination of the injury piling up plus that. But the difference between, what was it, Game 4, where he scored 31, or Game 3 or whatever it was?
Yeah, but it's not about the points, the numbers. It's about the sprightly play.
Sure.
Like, that's the only thing I'm asking for. I'm not asking for 31 every night.
And that's what in that game, that's what he showed you, was that drive, that second gear, that get up and go, which causes defenders to take a step back, and that's when he can use the step back because he creates some separation. You didn't see that at all in Games 5 and 6.
Right.
I think I attribute that to the injury. Plus, there was clearly a deflated feeling in the entirety of the locker room. They came out without any kind of cause in Game 6 and the second half of Game 5.
Listen, I just don't even know what to say about his performance. What I do know, and what makes me feel good, is that he opts out. He's looking to work with the eel. He loves the eel. He wants to win. That tells me he's all in. He's all in to win. The beard. And that makes me feel good.
Yeah, makes you feel like clearly that winning is the main priority, but winning with this team.
The Hassa wants to win.
Makes me feel really happy. Yeah, it makes me
feel. He wants to adapt his game. He wants to win. Oh, please, James. Now, working hard. We've seen the Instagram videos. Climbing the hill. He's doing the hill, Bot.
Strengthen those hamstrings.
Doing the hill.
Get those hamstrings ready.
Bro got excited.
60 regular season games in the postseason.
I know we're not supposed to look at Instagram videos anymore in the off season. After the bend.
Yeah, 25 did that to us.
Right. But I'll take him running the hill. He's like Wancho, running the hill.
Got to get him timed.
I don't need the time. I just need him to strengthen those hamstrings so they don't fray at the end of the season. That's it. Who is it? Who's the mystery piece that's coming? Because you know it's Tucker and somebody else.
Yeah, now it is. Yeah,
now
24 hours ago, I didn't feel that way.
No, I know. And the Windy Tobias thing, what is the Tobias thing? Who can they get back? Who's the fit?
I wonder if they're looking now more towards two good players. You know what I mean? And like a depth move. Because we were talking about depth this week. They don't have any. It would give them some. I don't know if it's a net positive, but it gives them the depth.
Well, you got to have somebody. You need to get a wing.
Right.
Who's
so like
the wing player? If Tucker's the 4, I don't know. I don't know.
Does the Indiana speculation intrigue you? Like a healed plus, I guess it's probably Warren, and you get the sign and trade with Warren.
Nah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm not. I know everybody goes gaga over Buddy Hield.
I'm not a Buddy Hield guy at
I'm
all.
not either.
Volume shooter who doesn't shoot well at times.
I mean,
sometimes he fills it up.
Yeah, but to me, he's one of these bad. You raise a regular season beast.
I think it's a good way to put it. I mean, obviously, we've not seen him in the postseason, withering away in Sacramento, and now he's in Indiana.
Yeah, I hear you. Listen, I mean, you can make that argument. I'm just me personally, that's how I feel about Buddy Hield. Now, I'll take my Miles Bridges playing the wing.
I wonder if his. I wonder what's going to happen with him now. Obviously, with all the off the court stuff coming up in the last couple of days, I wonder if it's going to scare teams away from signing them or what.
Yeah, that's
I don't
a good
know.
point. That's a good point. I think his game, like his offensive game, would fit.
Oh, on the floor, he fits perfectly.
He really does. Like, I keep looking for wings of that nature.
Yeah, I think on the floor, he's a perfect fit for this team.
It just feels like a good fit. He feels like a good fit. So we got fightings tonight at 6 o'clock. It's a weird start time tonight. But
yes. Yeah, by the way, the off the court stuff, I'm not so sure. I got to read into it more. There's a potential of like felony charges from Bridges.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I think so.
Charges come down like that.
I got to read more into it, but I believe that may be the case.
Yeah, well, so much for him. There's got to be a mystery guy. We'll discuss it, man. The deal zone is popping. Make sure that deal zone's going.
Oh, we got it.
But come on, man. Yes, the deal zone. You're in the deal zone. I still miss football, but the deal zone is fun. Especially when
better than Shake Milton for you today.
Yes, correct. Lots to do. We're just getting started. Geek Week continues, and today we call all fantasy geeks. Yes, we're talking fantasy geeks today. I got a guy who will beat everybody in the amount of fantasy football leagues. In fact, he's probably in the Guinness Book of World Record. We'll talk about it. Who's in MLB, NBA, NFL, hockey, DFS? That all covers Geeking Out. It's Geek Week on the show. Cuz Radio. The bot is in for the Tunis today. All week, in fact. Now let's talk about the Bet Parks app. Wow, this Bet Parks app, tremendous. Yes, it is. As always, the Bet Parks app has everything. So you got fights tonight. Now, Nola tonight against Ian Anderson. Nola pitched well. So Nola over strikeouts. Kind of like that one tonight. I think you go over strikeouts again. Like Wheeler 2 nights ago, I think you can go over Nola strikeouts. So you can bet that. You can bet all kinds of player props. You got golf tournaments that just underway, right? You got all that stuff, parlays, you name it. It's there on the Bet Parks app. It's sleek. It's redone. It looks great. Check it out. And you got all the casino and slots mixed into one with all of our sportsbook. The Bet Parks app, tremendous. It's absolutely tremendous. You're going to love it. In fact, when you sign up, use the promo code Fanatic. You get a risk-free bet up to $750 Remember, you got to be in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. You got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fanatic Sports Update.
A disappointing night in Philly sports. This Fanatic Sports Update is brought to you by Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. We'll start on the diamond. The Phils lose once again to Atlanta. This time they drop game 2, 4-1. Ranger Suarez, he was solid. He got into the 7th inning. He did give up 4 earned runs, but he went 6 2/3. Kyle Wright bounced back after a couple of rough starts in a row. He gave the Braves 7 strong with just the home run allowed to Rhys Hoskins earlier in the game. Now, they do lose the series. They'll look to salvage the series finale today. A 6:05 start, as Anthony made mention, a little bit of an early start time. It'll be Aaron Nola versus Ian Anderson. The Phils are still 3 games back of the final wild card spot after the Giants lost yesterday as well. James Harden declines his $47 million player option, and he looks to sign a longer-term deal for what could potentially be substantially less money. NBA free agency begins tonight at 6 o'clock. Keep it locked on the Fanatic all day and all night long for everything in the NBA that you need to know. At 1 o'clock today, we'll be joined by Kyle Gibson and Zach Eflin as they give you the latest on their charity events and what the Phils have been doing recently. News Nation is news for all America, reporting all sides. Go to newsnationnow.com/join us to find News Nation on your television provider. Keep it locked all day long on the Fanatic for all of the latest breaking news and updates. I'm Tyler Zulli, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
And Gargano, weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic. The biggest party of the year for Philadelphia sports fans is back.
Oh, my God!
97.5 The Fanatics Fan Fest 2022. Saturday, October 1st at Xfinity Live.
Put it on your calendar and make plans now to be there.
Let's just go. All of the Fanatic hosts celebrity guests, interactive activities, and attractions.
And lots of food and drinks.
97.5 The Fanatics Fan Fest 2022. Saturday, October 1st at Xfinity Live.
The countdown is on.
This is a free event, but you will need a ticket to attend.
Keep listening for ticket giveaways, ticket rate information, and more special announcements.
Must be 21 or older to attend.
97.5 The Fanatics Fan Fest 2022. Believe it. Be there.
Hey everybody, it's Pat Egan, and I'm here with Dylan Sullivan at Recovery Centers of America to talk about addiction and support our friends and families who are affected by the disease of addiction. This health issue is very personal to me. In 2002, someone very close to me was battling alcohol addiction. My family and I are so grateful that he sought help, and we've been tighter as a family ever since.
Thanks for sharing, Pat. It's so important we talk about addiction. We need to break down that stigma and the barriers to recovery. That's why we do what we do at Recovery Centers of America. You call us at 1-800-RECOVERY 24/7, and we'll pick up the phone, talk to you about your struggles, and figure out the best course of treatment to get you better, because we want you in recovery for life. This is serious treatment, and we'll help your family, too, with family therapy and support groups. If you're struggling with your mental health, which over half of people with addiction do, we will treat that too. Appreciate your time. Again, if you need help, call us day or night at 1-800-RECOVERY or find us online at recoverycentersofamerica.com.
Guys, we're all trying to reach the gold standard. But what if I told you I want you to reach the platinum standard with my friends from Manscaped? Because you know what? You're looking a little hairy. You're not really very well kept up down there. And you know what? My friends at Manscaped are going to help you out with the Platinum Package 4.0. Manscaped, the leader in below-the-waist grooming. Now you can trust them with the whole shebang. Join over 4 million men worldwide, and me, who trust Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com, and you're going to get 20% off plus free shipping with the code 97.5. Manscaped's brand new Platinum Package 4.0, the biggest bundle they've ever offered. Gives you a bulk discount on Manscaped's top products. The one-stop shop for the guy who deserves it all. And I can tell you, your lady's going to be happy too. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code 975 at manscaped.com. 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code 975, 975. It's time you enjoy the finer things in life. Get yourself a platinum package for your platinum package.
There is a place outside of Philadelphia where the aroma of freshly baked bread brings you back to more traditional times. The era when families joined together to enjoy an authentic old world taste. with traditional recipes and fresh ingredients. That time and place still exists at Corpalese Italian Bakery and Deli. Since 1924, now 4 generations and 4 locations. The Corpalese family has been bringing you back to a more nostalgic time by sharing their favorite recipes and consistently adding new flavors for new traditions. While Corpalese Italian Bakery and Deli is well known for their famous tomato pie, voted best in Philadelphia, nothing compares to their fresh baked bread and strombolis, handmade pastries, cookies, pies, and a wide range of custom cakes. For a list of locations and all your party needs, explore more at corpalesbakery.com.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Are you tired of being tracked online? There's a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with the push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
If you're a small business, there are lots of choices when it comes to your internet and technology needs. But when you choose Comcast Business Internet, you choose the largest, fastest, reliable network. You choose advanced security for total peace of mind. And you choose fiber solutions with speeds up to 10 gigs available to more small businesses than any other provider. That's virtually everywhere we serve. The choice is clear. Get unbeatable business solutions from the most innovative company. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Looking good, Mrs. Dubs.
The head groundskeeper at Thad's Golf Course just retired.
We need to find someone in the next 2 weeks. Someone with botany and management experience.
He needs a replacement because the greens are already looking a little rough.
Aeration. They need to know it all.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by interviewing on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic.
10 o'clock hour brought to you by Window Nation. Take advantage of Window Nation's 50% off sale on all style windows. Plus, make no down payment with no payments and no interest for 12 full months. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com. But what is going on with NBA free agency?
Well, Anthony, a lot is about to happen in NBA free agency as it starts at 6 o'clock today. And I think you're going to hear a lot before that because this legal tampering thing, it's just tampering. Everybody just tells you what they're going to do. Guys know, a lot of guys know where they're going. You're going to hear a lot before 6 o'clock today.
Bot, what are the latest rumors, Bot?
The latest rumors are, as you made mention, Nicholas Batum back to L.A., potentially almost an identical contract to what P.J. Tucker will be getting here, 3 and 30. Lou Dort declined, the team declined Lou Dort's team option. The rumor is they're going to sign him to a long-term deal. But
the Dort.
Do you like? I see a lot of comparisons.
No, I don't like the Dort
to Thibault with him.
He can shoot better than Thibault.
And that's the thing. And I know he played for the Thunder, but he scored 17 points a game last year.
Well, yes. Yeah. Listen, he's a decent little ball player, but I'm one of these dudes. Like these bad team guys, they get inflated. See, when somebody's got to put up numbers when you play on a bad team.
Yeah, you got to score somewhere.
This is called Roy Hinson disease.
How does that?
Bob, do you know who Roy Hinson is?
Roy Hinson.
You know who he is?
It sounds familiar, and you're going to tell me, and I'm going to go, "Yep, that's who it is."
So Roy Hinson was a guy who actually played at Rutgers.
Okay.
and he played for the Cavaliers.
Okay.
And in 1986, the Sixers had the first pick in the draft.
Oh, okay.
All right? The consensus pick was a guy named Brad Daugherty,
right.
from North Carolina. The Sixers traded, in their infinite wisdom, traded Moses, traded in a separate deal to Washington to get a guy with a bum knee by the name of Jeff Ruland. And there was another guy named Cliff Robinson who had iritis, some eye disease. And then they trade the first-round pick to Cleveland, and they get Roy Hinson, who was a 4, who was a guy that was who was very good against them, and he put up numbers until he played for a good team when he sucked. All due respect to Roy Hinson, who may be local or whatever, but they set the franchise back. And from then on, I've had, I was a little kid, and from then on, I've had bad player disease.
Okay.
It's called Roy Hinson disease.
Does Nnamdi fit that bill?
No. Nnamdi was just ill fit.
Okay.
No, listen, football's different because football, you can still see the ability. Like, you could still judge the ability in the sense that, all right, like, if you're a guy who plays corner on a bad team, I could watch him cover. Now, is he a cover corner? Is he a space corner? What is he? Play off the ball? He's a zone guy? What? Like, I could see the ability. Whereas, you know how it is. You're looking at a Roy Hinson type. You're going to get what? You're going to get 16 boards because you're playing. If anybody who's credible and plays 35 minutes a night on a bad team, you're going to put up numbers. Now, are those numbers hollow? Most of the time, yes.
So, the one guy that I really like, and he may fit this bill that you're describing, but he's done it with another team before. I'm a huge Shai Gilgeous-Alexander guy.
Yeah, I think he's legit.
Okay, so he doesn't fit that role either.
I think he's a good player. I think he transcends bad team.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Certain guys like Lou Dort, I give you the shrug.
Okay.
But I like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I do. I think he's a player. There's certain guys that you go, I think he can, I would have interest in him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anybody in the NBA right now that fits that.
There's a lot of guys. There's a lot. Yeah, look at the Rockets, right? No, fits the, kind of a bad. He's a guy who'll put up numbers on a bad team. Christian Wood.
Dallas give up a lot for him. Well, not a lot, but a first-round pick.
Yeah. Christian Wood.
You know who I think about? And he's now with an average team, but he scored a lot with Orlando, with Evan Fournier.
Yes.
And he got big money.
Yes. No, but he could shoot. The only thing with him is he could shoot. But again, what's he done?
Yeah.
I agree.
Very inconsistent with New York.
I think you got to be careful with the fleece. Now, what does it mean? Do you feel differently? And this is a question that I want to ask to all of our Sixer fans. Do you feel differently when it comes to Harden? Do you feel like this move and this act of taking less, do you feel different? And you go, you know what? Maybe his motive is good he's got the right motive. His head's on right. He really wants to win. And that should make you feel good, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I hope that that's the case, that this is a veteran player, still good, not great any longer, but still could be good, realizing that his best opportunity to win a championship is probably in the next 2 years, and he's going to do everything he can to take advantage of it. I'm thrilled with this decision. And I know that people...
And that is something that I agree. When you have that kind of like that kind of will, that kind of want, that kind of, like, he wants to win. Like, I buy it. That makes me feel good.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, because that lack of depth that you and I were talking about a couple days ago now can be improved. They may not have to trade Tobias to make something critical happen. They've got options now. They're still limited, but they have more options than they did 48 hours ago.
Yeah. Now, again, you got to be creative. You got to figure out who the wing is. Like, my man Patino actually likes Dort. I don't say it, but he likes Dort. I think he's a player on a bad team. I think he's a good defender. Whatever.
I think Dort is a plus Thibault.
Yeah, like if you're going to tell me, okay, so this is the difference, I think, and this is where all of us are, like, I get off the train, right? Like, yeah, if you're telling me is Dort greater than Thibault? Yes, I agree. If you're telling me Dort is the missing piece for a title, I go no.
I think that's fair.
That's how I assess it.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair.
This is where I look at, like, when I'm looking at the Sixers, right now I'm just looking at the Sixers. Who can get them over the top? Who's a guy? They need a wing that's legit, that can shoot a three, that can play the wing position, score. They need that guy. And if you got Tucker, Tobias can't play the three. He's a four.
No, he can't.
He's a four who's, you know what you're going to get with Tobias.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're going for the PJ Tucker off the bench team, you still got to get that wing. I don't know if they're in a position to get that guy that, like you're asking for, get them over the top. I think it'd be another piece.
You need another wing, like a legitimate wing scorer. Right? You need a wing, somebody that you can count on to complete the spacing. That's what you got. That's what you need. Now,
do they have
who's that guy?
Do they have the money for that?
Well, if you're going to move Tobias, you can do it, right?
Oh yeah, if you move Tobias, yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's you're not going to get the wing and Tobias and then keep Tobias. I'm saying Tobias is a part of the trade.
So, who's that? That P.
Bot again. I know the Miles Bridges thing. I'm talking about not him per se, but the guy who does that.
A player of his ilk. Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
I think it's fair. Yeah, I mean, it's fair to ask, and I don't know. I don't know where it comes from, because you're right. If you're moving Tobias, you need that player that gets you over the top. You need that player that can score from the wing, can slash, can shoot, can defend a little bit, and I'm not sure that teams are willing to part with that type of player, especially when you're taking on the contract of Tobias. If you're getting Tobias at 22, 25, it's substantially easier.
Yes. Yep. I hear Wendy talking about Tobias' name being bandied about, and I'm thinking, well, what else? Who else is there? Like, who is there another player that you can snag? That's where I'm at.
Is there anybody? Because this team I've heard quite a bit. Is there anybody on Sacramento you want?
No.
I mean, other than getting Sabonis, which they're not moving.
He's not going to play with Embiid, so no.
That's a team I've heard a lot, and I don't think there's anybody.
There's nobody I want.
Yeah. There was.
Somebody tweeted me, bring back Rashawn Holmes as a backup. I mean, all right.
That's fine. Yeah. I'm not sure he wants to be here.
I know, but I would go, all right. I've always liked him. He's athletic, big, and as a backup. But I don't know how you get him and for what and fit him in salary.
I think he hates this organization too.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I get it.
Him and Christian Wood don't like this team.
Yeah. But again, I don't know anybody else in Sacramento that I have any kind of interest in.
Right. No, me neither. Halliburton was the only one, and obviously now he's in Indiana, and he's not going anywhere.
Right. Yeah, that's a build-around piece. Let's go to Jared. You're on 97.5 The Fanatic to kick it off. Jared.
What's going on, cuz?
What's up, Jared?
I just want to say first-time caller.
Welcome.
But, I think in free agency, Lonnie Walker is a very athletic guard.
Yeah, he's not going back to San Antonio. You're right.
He's very athletic, can attack the rim, freakish, can create his own shot.
Did you know he had a game last year? Man, what was his high? It was like he dropped like 42, 43. It was something ridiculous where he had some kind of incredible. And it was weird. Their rotation, Pop's rotation was odd. Like he would rotate his 2s and 3s, and some guys would get an extra run, and it was weird, Jared. But yeah, he's a good name.
Yeah, he's definitely had some bright spots. And also, I don't really know how I feel about the PJ Tucker for 3 years. I'm thinking maybe like 2 years, $20 million.
Yeah, well, yes, you would be right, but he wants 3 years, and to get him, you're going to have to give him 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, at his age, obviously, but you're going to have to give him the third year.
But a lot of respect to Harden for declining that option to free up some space.
So does it change it? Does it change the way you feel about him?
No, not really. I think I've always liked him, and at the end of the season last year, I was a strong believer that he would bounce back this year. And I saw a report that he started his off-season workouts a little earlier than normal. So I think he's definitely committed to winning and this team.
I would love it, right? I would love it. I mean, I would love if he came back and he had a second act. You got to believe he does. You got to believe he does. This is it. Like, this is his – if you look at Harden, Jared, this is the time where all the naysayers, right? He was just about his stats. He was a loser in the playoffs. All that stuff goes away. You win.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. I'm glad you called, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Anytime. You want to go to Fairfest?
I would love to, but I don't know if I can make it.
Oh, all right. You got it, buddy. Well, if you change your mind, you let us know. All right? You're a first-timer. I feel like I extend the olive branch. That's kind of, I hear the first-time call. If you want to come and hang out with us, I got you covered.
I love that. We get that first-time call. It's like they could have been listening to us for a long time.
Well, yeah.
Like, hey, I want to talk
pick
now.
up the phone.
It's cool.
Whatever. I think, from now on, though, I got shot down twice now.
I know. I saw that. I was stunned.
Yeah.
Stunned when that happened.
Yeah, I feel like I'm 19 or 23 and I'm in a nightclub. I get shot down. Hey, you want to go to FanFest? No. All right.
See, my thing
is somebody else.
My thing is, if you don't want to go, all you got to say, nah, I got something that day. I got to.
No. Listen, I don't care. My only point is that I can't stomach the rejection.
Oh,
so,
okay. I got you.
I'm not going to ask anymore. Like, if you want to go, you ask me.
You say the word.
So that's it. I only reason why, and I wasn't going to do it, but the only reason why I did it to Jared is because he was the first time.
Okay.
And that was it. My man Scotty on the gram wants to know, can we get Beal? I don't think Beal is in play. I think Devon's right. He comes back, signs the Supermax, sees what happens in Washington, and then assesses from there.
Does he get, if he signs the Supermax in Washington, does that void any kind of like a trade kicker to go somewhere else? Because they're the only team that
I don't
can give
know.
him the super.
Listen, I would be lying to you. I don't know. I think
NBA contracts are confusing.
Yes, and there is a thought process because there is a period where once you sign, you can't get moved.
Right.
So, but the thought process is that you get the Supermax, and then you're able to then move from there in, maybe the deadline or following year, and you see what happens. that's kind of how it was going to work.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
All right. Geek. Today we celebrate it's Geek Week. And I love fantasy sports. I've always loved fantasy sports. I was in an NBA fantasy league, all my buddies, pre-internet.
Not doing everything by hand?
Pre-internet. So what happened was we started out doing everything by hand. And when I was because I was in Chicago, and I was young buck working in Chicago, I was a loser. I went through every box score. So I would have to, this was back in the day where they didn't print every box score in the newspaper. So the next day, like 2 days later, they would have the West Coast games. You understand?
Yeah, so they were too late to print, right?
Correct. So I used to stack up newspapers. And then invariably what would happen is I would fall behind. And then the newspapers would stack. And then my work became shoddy. And then my friends would complain, like, what are you doing, man? So then we went and got a service. And we got a service that it was called, I'll never forget, it was called North Shore. And North Shore would have the stats. And it would come out every week. My buddy Boo, he has a family law practice, right? Rotted. And Boo was like he was still in law school, clerking, right? And he would, the stats would come over the fax machine, dude. And like that was a big deal. And he would come with the sheets for the standings, and we would go to the Palladium and drink all night and talk trades.
Figure out who won that week?
Yes.
That's awesome.
And talk trades.
There's something so cool about that.
Because that league lasted for, oh, my God, 15 years?
That's awesome.
Until it just kind of went away. But it was we would be there at the Palladium talking about Gary Payton for Alonzo Mourning. That was always the trade. Payton for Zoe.
There's something cool about, because like obviously it's a lot easier now. You just go to your app and your app does it all for you. And,
exactly.
But there is something cool about getting the boys together and being like, all right, Friday night, we're going downtown, we're getting the boys together, we're going to rack up all these points, and then bragging rights come in. You find out on the spot if you won. That's pretty cool.
Like it was it was an awesome time. Like the draft was great. Like we'd all get together. See, now the only bad thing about the fantasy draft now is that you're not together. Most 90% of fantasy leagues, you're doing it online.
Right. We try to do it live if we can.
Do you?
We try.
I respect that.
Now, obviously, people are starting families, and people have work, and people have school, like whatever it is. Like it's hard.
Dude, the draft is the greatest.
But we try to get together. We get the burgers on the grill. We get the beer flowing. You make it like a Saturday night. Draft starts at like 5.
Yes.
And then you drink all night. And you have a great time.
Yes. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, that's the best. I love it. Because then you do like you were saying, the live person trades.
Well, it's everything.
I'm sitting there. I'm like finagling. I'm like, hey,
you're trying to work it.
Let me get your 6th and an 8th, and I'll give you a 4 and a 12.
Yeah, I like that. I respect that. You're playing your inner eel.
Absolutely.
You're rocking the eel.
Yep.
Daryl Morey. I love it. I think it's a lot of like to me, it's a blast, right? Like it's an excuse for everybody to get together. Everybody's hanging out. Pizzas, steak, cheesesteaks, the whole thing, beers flowing. It's just a great night.
Oh, for sure.
The draft is awesome. That's why it loses some luster.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. I got to hear all about your fantasy leagues, and I'll talk to you. I want to find out if you're into all the, like, what sports you're into. We'll get into it. It's Geek Week, the fantasy edition. 610-632-0975. Years ago, I did a thing called the Fantasy Babe League, the FPL. I did that when I was at the other station. You know what that was? So you had to.
I think I got an idea.
Right, but you really don't. You draft like your favorite, female starlets, right? Whatever, movie stars, actors, actresses, singers, whatever. And then if they were in the news, like there was a point system. That was the FBL.
Okay.
People used to like that back in the day.
So what, like if they had a movie come out or something?
Yeah, but then if there was a sex tape, that was like that was like a win. 610-632.
I shake my head.
0975. Bot, you're such a bot. 610-632-0975. That's how you reach us. Got some open lines. You want to jump on Deal Zone Geek Week. It's Cuz Radio Bot in rare form. 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
A series loss for the Phils. This Fanatic Sports Update is brought to you by Bally's Atlantic City. New or inactive Bally Rewards members sign up for a Bally Rewards card and they'll match your AC casino offer and tier status. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Well, a couple of losses today, or yesterday, I should say, in Philadelphia, or for Philadelphia teams. We'll start in baseball. The Phils lose the series and a game last night to the Atlanta Braves. This time they dropped one 4-1. Ranger Suarez got into the seventh, but he gave up 4 over 6 2/3. They do lose the series. They'll look to salvage the series finale today as they send Aaron Nola. He's been fantastic over the last couple of weeks. He'll be opposed by Ian Anderson. That one begins at 6:05. The Phillies are still 3 games out of the final wild card spot in the National League. The Union also lose for a second time this season. They drop a surprising one to the Chicago Fire, 1-0. Jose Martinez drew a double yellow, which led to a red card in the 77th minute. James Harden declines his $47 million player option, and he will look to sign a long-term deal when free agency begins today at 6 o'clock. Keep it locked all day long for the latest breaking news and updates, including everything you need to know surrounding the Deal Zone and the NBA, all here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Anthony Gargano Show on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Do you need a new roof, but you're cringing at the thought of dealing with it because you've heard nightmare stories about contractors who won't call back, or materials that are unavailable, or costs that are doubled because of supply chain issues? Take it from me. You have to call New Look Home Design. They will help you through the process and make shopping for a new roof easy. They always do roofing the same way. Same day on-site or virtual estimates, whatever's best for you. Transparent line-by-line pricing, so you know exactly what you'll be paying for, and a 3D rendering of what your new roof would look like, so there's no surprises. And most roofs, they can be installed in a week. Their team is 100% professional. There's no obligation to buy, but I am confident that after you deal with them, you'll want to give them your business. Now through June 30th, when you buy a new roof, you pay half later and the other half never. Save 50% on roofing materials and qualify for interest-free financing. So call them today at 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300. Or online at newlookhomedesign.com. That's newlookhomedesign.com. And tell them Andrew sent you.
June is National Men's Health Month. 97.5 The Fanatic and Iron Mountain Men's Health are committed to your well-being. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for men in the United States. According to the American Heart Association, heart disease affects more than 1 in 3 men in the U.S. Most cases are evident, but it's possible to develop heart disease without experiencing noticeable symptoms. Common signs are crushing chest pain, lightheadedness, and shortness of breath. Diagnosing heart disease begins with a physical exam. Live a long and healthy life. Presented by Iron Mountain Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Avidan Appel. Would it surprise you to hear that heart disease can affect the blood vessels? And over 90% of ED is caused by blood vessels not providing adequate flow to our most important body parts. Men with low levels of testosterone are at increased risk of death secondary to cardiovascular disease. So visit us online today at ironmountainmenshealth.com to schedule your free consultation and screening with me, Dr. Avidan Appel, founder of Iron Mountain Men's Health. Iron Mountain Men's Health, the leader in men's health.
Hey, kids, I'm going to Wawa. Anybody want anything? It's Hoagie Fest. Hoagie Fest is here. So, classic meatball and classic Italian with cherry pepper relish. And a new picture frame.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. Whatever your order, summer tastes better when it's full of Hoagie love. Get $5 shorties and $6 classic hoagies. Limited time only. See store for exclusions.
Back by popular demand, Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up again to bring you frozen handcrafted beverages that'll make your summer adventures epic. Like
going to the beach.
going to the beach with a delicious and creamy Chips Ahoy milkshake. And
Binging season 3 of that show.
binging season 3 of that show with a tasty Chips Ahoy smoothie. Whatever you're doing this summer, make it epic. Chips Ahoy frozen handcrafted beverages are back and 20% off when you order and pay on the Wawa app.
It's a fact. Only 0.0001% of people will ever step up to the plate as a pro baseball player. For the rest of us, there's BetRivers.com Sportsbook app. Featuring same-game parlays, you can combine the excitement of different bets, all from the same game. Totals? Bet 'em. Spreads? Bet 'em. Player props? It's a home run. Download the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app today. It's a whole new game.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Grateful Dead members Mickey Hart, Bill Kreutzmann, and Bob Weir, along with John Mayer, take the stage again as Dead & Company. See them live in concert at Citizens Bank Park Saturday, August 21st. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Dead & Company performing 2 sets of music drawing largely from the Dead's historic catalog of songs. For more, check out deadandcompany.com.
Hey, it's Cuz. Don't be that guy with the T-shirt on in the pool. You can still be slimmer for this summer. Since it only takes 40 days to lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40-plus pounds with NJ Diet. Their program uses hair, saliva, and bioenergetic scans to personalize natural formulas and supplements to help you lose the weight. That DNA info is used to help you keep it off. No shots, no hormones, no surgery, no prepackaged foods. Ew. Call 855-5NJ-DIET or visit NJDiet.com. That's NJDiet.com.
20,000 bonus points, 18.99% variable APR, and a $32 statement credit when you spend $200 before your dog's 8th birthday.
Credit card ads have all sorts of numbers, but they mean nothing to you if you don't get approved. So here's Credit Karma's number, 50. Like members who shop on Credit Karma get approved over 50% more often than the national average. Now that's a number you can rely on. Credit Karma. Apply with more confidence. Member approval rates in 2021 over 50% higher than 2020 CFPB national average.
At Boost Mobile, you get the power of the iPhone SE when you switch, which means the power to stream your favorite shows, download all the music, the power to FaceTime your ex.
It's over. Stop calling me.
On second thought, don't call your ex. Get an iPhone SE for just $19.99 when you switch. All on one of America's largest 5G networks. More power to save. Boost Mobile. Phone offer limited to new customers and one per line. Additional restrictions apply. 5G not available everywhere. See boostmobile.com for details. And stop calling your ex. She doesn't want to hear from you anymore.
If your building's heat system goes down, employees can always put on another sweater. But if the AC goes down, they can only take off so many articles of clothing. Let Pumpman Philly service your building's AC cooling pump before it gets ugly. They can troubleshoot, repair, rebuild, and maintain the AC cooling pumps and other water and wastewater pump systems in your building or facility. Call Pumpman Philly at 833-559-PUMP or visit pumpmanphilly.com. Pumpman Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
All right, 11 a.m. across the Delaware Valley. Happy Thursday. It's tomorrow, 4th of July, Friday, man. 4th of July weekend Friday. Are you all geeked up? Bot? Well, I don't know what the bot does. What does the bot do on 4th of July weekend?
The bot is going to be here.
Okay.
Got a show on Saturday with our friends at Parks, and then Sunday afternoon
I love
too.
it.
So I'll be here,
Yes.
hanging out,
Yes.
hopefully keeping people company while they drive down the shore or
I love it.
barbecue or whatever.
Yes, that's great. That's very good. That'll be cool. So we're geeking out. This is Geek Week on the program. I can't believe tomorrow's 4th of July. This is May, last day of June.
You get to turn that calendar tomorrow.
Dude.
You're one calendar page turn away from football.
Dude, tomorrow I will celebrate. Tomorrow is a Football Friday celebration.
There you go.
It's the celebration that we are in July. All right? I had a bit of a wig out yesterday over football. outside of some few of our friends, callers, nobody around here is with me. You're not with me.
Chevy was with you.
Yes.
Chevy's the only one.
Chevy was the only one that was with me. Not you. Haley's on the Flyers. Devon and Bobby, all NBA free agency, all windied up. Bros about beer. Who else? Connor, baseball.
Pat, Chunas, all baseball guys.
Chunas is, you know what Chunas is doing?
Lounging.
Yard work.
No.
Yes.
You can't do that on your week off.
He loves it. He loves it.
He's got to hang out. He's got to hang out with the little one.
He goes, this dude, I love him to death, but I want to choke him half the time. He never picks up his phone.
Oh, I'm terrible at answering my phone, too.
Yeah, actually,
Terrible.
you too, Bot.
You called me the other day. You called me 3 times. I was getting ready to get prepping in here and everything.
Yeah, you know why I called you 3 times?
Because I didn't answer the phone.
Well, yeah, but it was a show related.
Yes.
I was stuck in this traffic, and I was in a panic because I was on the Schuylkill gridlock. I got off, and I was weaving down 23 to get here. And I'm like, and I'm calling you, and then nothing.
That's my
And
bad.
I'm going,
That's bad work by me.
It is. It is bad work by the Bot. But you guys are weirdly, listen, I'm not calling to go gossip. I'm not calling you to go talk about, movies. All right? I'm calling you for work. That's what I'm calling you. I don't care about it. I'm not looking to go get chit-chat, coffee talk. I just need work. I need to get a hold of you.
You mean you don't want to grab lunch after the show?
Listen, I'd be happy to grab.
Nah, I know.
I would.
I got you.
I would.
We were in crunch time. And the phone was on silent.
Just the tune is the same thing. Because we have Phillies guests coming up.
Yes.
So I'm excited. And I was talking to the tunist. I go, dude, I need something. Oh, I was out doing yard work. First of all, you're on vacation. He was at the shore.
Yeah, that's a stone cold violation.
And now he's doing yard work. And he loves it. It's not a violation. You have to do it because
you got to do it. Yeah, it's a violation doing it on the vacation.
Dude, if I could, I hate. Listen, it's a great place, Malka Hill. All right, it's a great place for the family. Kids love it, right? Tam loves it. Great. You guys love it. That's all that matters. But I hate grass and all that weeds and all that stuff.
Your boys are getting.
I hate it.
They're getting, older. Like, when does it transfer over? Hey, here's the lawnmower. Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah, dude. Whatever.
I think I was like 13,
lawnmower,
14.
You know what I'm saying? If I own the lawnmower.
Fair enough.
I don't know. Dude, you're asking me lawnmower. What? What am I going to do with a lawnmower? I don't know.
Fair enough.
I know nothing. All I know is look at all those weeds. You got to go pull the weeds.
Oh, I hate pulling weeds.
And I was
my
like,
least favorite thing.
This is awful.
I'd rather get.
I'm sneezing. I got bad allergies, right? So I got sneezing, and I'm down with the tree. You don't have to do anything to the tree. Let the tree live.
But I mean, like, you get to that rock set up, right? We'll give you some of those stand bushes. Make it fake. You don't have to worry about the allergies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Dude, I hate it.
I feel you.
I just would. I had the bright idea. I go, listen, I could make a basketball court.
That's good. That's a good idea.
It'd be a great idea. Yeah. Then make a cut out dirt diamond.
That'd be awesome.
Put AstroTurf. I want to turf it. I want AstroTurf.
Yeah, multi-use.
Get like a 50-yard. I got 50 yards with. Come on, dude.
That's awesome.
I got yard markers. Dude. That would be awesome.
I'd be out there all day.
Right? Yeah.
Dad, I'm going to run routes. Can you throw me the ball?
That's stupid. That's what I get. That's stupid.
That's a great idea.
Sure it is. Tell her. Call her up and tell her.
I love it. I'll vouch for you.
All right. All right. It's.
I'll help you put it in, too.
We'll keep you. It's all right, my man. Listen, I'll get you whatever you want. All right. beers.
Love it.
I'll cook your macaroni. I can't grill, but I'll cook your macaroni.
I'm in. Let's do it.
I'll make you homemade pizza. I can make a mean homemade pizza.
That's better than
the kids love them all. My homemade pizza and strombolis are good.
Better than the 700 frozen ones you gotta make a day.
All right, we're doing. It's Geek Week, so we're doing fantasy. Now you're in a keeper league. Is this right?
Yeah. So we got in this league a couple years ago, and we were our thought process was like, all right, listen, we're adults now. We got a little bit of adult money. We're going to up the league fee a little bit. And if you're in, right, for the long haul. So we decided that this year was the first year that we're going to be a keeper league. So our keeper rules, I'm sure a lot of people have these rules. You can't keep your first or second round pick. You start with the third round. And whatever round you pick that player in the previous year, you lose that draft pick for this year. So
I love it. I love that. That's good fantasy right there.
Then the thing with that is if you want to keep that player a second year, your draft pick doubles. So like let's say I took Anthony Gargano in the 6th round. And I keep him for the 6th round. Next year, if I want to
5th rounder.
I want to keep he's a 3rd rounder.
Oh, doubles.
Yeah, doubles.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It keeps you from, keeping the same player year after year after year.
I do like that, I'll be honest with you.
I think it's going to be interesting.
I love the keeper. Now, who are your keepers?
So I haven't decided yet. We have until, I think, maybe the end of next month to figure it out.
All right, well, you're going to ask the geek.
Okay.
And we're going to open up. Now, this will be fun. He's going to join us at 12:30.
Okay.
All right? And then you can ask him any questions. So if you got keeper questions or NFL, fantasy draft order questions, he's going to start joining the show every week. It's never too early to start fantasy football.
Hey, so, you turn the calendar tomorrow. You're ready.
Oh, dude, are you kidding me?
You're ready.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't stop you anymore. It's July.
No. All right, so tell me, who are your candidates for keeper?
The couple that I'm considering, I could have Kyle Pitts in the 6th.
I like Kyle. I think he has a better year.
I could keep. Now I'm hesitant to keep
a quarterback, man. That's the other issue.
Mariota or Ritter.
Yeah,
I don't feel great about either. I could keep a quarterback. I'm hesitant to. I could keep Lamar. I think I got him in the 8th.
You got Lamar?
Yeah, but he was hurt all year. My team was decimated by injuries.
Dude, you got to keep Lamar
in the 8th.
8th round pick.
Yeah, that's one of my thoughts.
That's a value pick.
And then I think the only other one I was considering prior to the draft was I got Michael Carter in like the 14th, but now they have Breece Hall. So
yeah, Who are your early picks?
So I took Devontae Adams in round 1. I think I had like the 6th or 7th pick.
So you can't retain him?
Can't retain Adams, and I can't retain.
Yeah, that sucks. You should be able to retain your.
I took Stephon Diggs in the 2nd. I couldn't retain him.
You lose both your receivers.
Lose both. Yeah, they were both my 2 high scorers too.
Yeah, no, they're great picks.
My team stunk.
They were great picks. That's a shame.
I was bubblegum.
You should be able to pick. You should be able to keep 2 guys or 3 guys, whatever it is. But they should be any round.
So the other issue that we had with the rounds was the commissioner's rule was if you got a undrafted free agent and you picked him up in free agency, it cost a 10th round pick. And I was like, whoa. If I pick this guy up after the draft in free agency, shouldn't he be a last round pick? Right?
No.
Like if we had the smarts to pick him afterwards?
No.
No?
No, I agree with the commissioner.
Really?
Should be a little steeper.
10th is high.
I know. Because here's the other thing. There's a lot every year. There's dudes who somehow fall through the cracks.
Right.
And then they become obvious. It's not like you're Howie Roseman picking, you're not, come on.
Getting Jordan Mailata out of Australia.
Come on. Everybody knows about who hits the waiver wire first or whose opportunity it is first to get them. So I agree with that.
Okay.
10th round. That's good. Who did you pick up? Who's your star free agent?
Oh, gosh. I forget. I'd have to go back and look at the roster. I forget who. I had one really good signing, and I can't. Oh, Cordero Patterson.
Okay.
That's who it was.
Yeah. And then, man, they just gave him the ball.
They just continued to feed him.
They did. All right, let's get to the phone line, 610-632-0975. We'll keep you abreast. Now, every, 5 minutes, I need Deal Zone, and I need you to keep refreshing Twitter because I'm going to ask the bot if there's anything cooking NBA rumors in the Deal Zone. If there's nothing cooking, then nothing fresh, then the bot, answers accordingly. So make sure the bot is open. Zuli! I'll ask you in a minute. Let's go to Anthony. You're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Anthony!
Anthony, how you doing, buddy? How are you?
What's going on, my brother?
Oh, I'm geeking out, man. I'm getting ready. You get me excited talking about the fantasy football and stuff like that, buddy.
That's the best, isn't it?
Oh, my God. I'm in the league, Ant, with all my buddies that I grew up with, and it's kind of a different league that these guys started years ago, and I never got into it, but I've been into it for the last 5 years, and it's amazing. What we do, Ant, is we pick 2 of every position, right?
Okay.
And then come Friday and started on Sunday, we just pick 1 player on our team from each position. So that's what we do, man. It's really, yes. It's really something, man. And it's so exciting when you do that. And we just have a really great time.
So give me an example, of the last year of one of your weeks.
Oh, man, to tell you the truth, I had a good year. I came in 3rd place last year. A lot of guys got hurt. And, I was just kicking butt for the longest time until everybody started getting hurt. I had Devontae Adams.
Oh, wow.
I had a really good squad, and I'm just getting excited when you talk about that,
Yeah, it's the best, man.
Yeah,
seriously, when you're racking up your guys, and there's not, and so you would before each week on Thursdays, you put out your player?
Yeah. We got to pick out, say, the Thursday, we got to have our teams picked, and then all of our players, 1 of each go. That's the best thing about it,
Yeah.
So
I like that.
Cool.
You got, you got a bench, you got bye protected. I like it. That's fun.
It's really good. Yeah, so we're excited about that. I definitely want to ask if I can get some tickets for the Fan Fest, man, because I've never been to that.
You'll love it. It's a great time. You're going to love it. Hold on, Anthony.
Now,
wait. I'm sorry. Go ahead, buddy.
Your sons, you're telling me your sons are eating a whole pizza already, Ed?
Because he did it yesterday. I swear to you.
Amazing,
so he had football practice last night, right?
Oh, my God. I can't even get a whole pizza. My wife's ready to kill me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, he's 12, right?
Oh, man. That's amazing.
And he had practice last night.
Okay.
And, workouts, it's hot. You're doing all the stuff you hate, right? Because it's all conditioning.
Absolutely.
It's all conditioning. So it's like an hour and a half. He was practicing. I had the little one playing baseball. We were having a catch on the other field. So I'm keeping an eye on him. He comes walk off the field. It's like, Daddy, I'm hungry. So we go get a pizza. He eat the whole pizza.
Yeah, wait, did you ever try the pizzazz yet? Did you ever?
I love them. I love the pizzazz. The Celebrezze pizzazz is a great pie.
Yes, it is.
It is a great.
I'm having one for lunch today.
Nice.
And I actually had City Pizza's pizzazz is actually great.
Love the City Pizza.
So,
that's a tasty pie. Yes. Are you kidding me? On both of them on Oregon Avenue.
Hey, could I give an Eagles cheer, buddy?
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Go.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Yeah, my man, I love it. First one of the day of the week. But I got an Eagle cheer.
Yo, it's time for you, man. The calendar
made me feel
turns.
good.
You got 13 hours.
People are excited. I sense it.
You're going to be good this year.
Yes, they are. Dude, Anthony was drenched, right? Comes walking off. He's got like what's left of his jug of water. I go, good practice, Daddy. It was the toughest practice to date. And he's got the slumped shoulders. I go, dude, it's good, man.
He probably slept great last night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was out. I go, dude, it's good, man. This is what happens. You got to build it. Coach Klecko run you into the ground. That's good. It's good for you, Daddy.
Build in June, play in September.
That's it.
It's it.
And he got the pie, and he was good. I said, go take a nice hot shower, Dad. Because you want to go to sleep. I go, dude, you were out.
Nah, you can't sleep like that.
90 minutes. You know what I mean? You're smelling like a dumpster. You better go and take a shower and then go to sleep. After he ate the pizza, he was like, he was done.
Oh, well, he had workout lethargy, and then he had the food coma on top
Yes,
of it.
exactly. Ian, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Ian. Yo, Ian. Oh, no. I don't know. Call us back, Ian. We got to take a quick TO anyway. We're up against it. But this is a fun time. This fantasy stuff is a blast. Like, I love it. I know people mock it. And to me, it's great. I love it all. The baseball. In fact, I used to be in the Primos. All the guys, Big Nick Jr., Eric, all the guys from Primos. We had a baseball league, and I loved the baseball league. And it was a baseball keeper league. You want to talk about geeking out.
You're going like prospects and stuff.
Yes. Yes, I would get O'Neill Cruz, guys
In
like
April.
that. You know. You always had the prospect watch.
Oh, yeah.
I like the other draft, too, the bid draft.
Oh, see, I don't like the auction draft at all.
No?
No, see, because...
What do you mean?
Because I do all my...
That's the best. That was our baseball draft, was the auction.
Nah, see, I do all my prep work, and then I expect guys to be, put up in a timely order, right? And then people are like, here's a Odubel Herrera. I'm like, all right, well, I'm not bidding on him. And
yeah, but it's a strategy, dude. Like, you don't bid. Like, it's all about you have your guys that you want to go after, and you got your cap. I'm surprised you don't like that.
Nah.
That's a geek move.
Oh, it is. It's definitely a geek draft for sure. Because you're right. It's a total strategy thing.
Now, listen, there is a great strategy in the fantasy football draft.
For sure.
Because you got to look at, am I going to go running backs? Like, and you know the deal, because the quarterbacks are always devalued.
Right. Which is crazy because they're the highest scoring players in the game every year.
That's the only thing about fantasy that doesn't ring true. Is I like it to be weighted where the quarterback is the most valuable guy.
It would make sense. And he's the one throwing the football.
Well, but it always winds up being the running backs.
Right. And if you're PPR, it's, wide receivers.
Exactly. It should be the quarterbacks.
I agree.
They need to change the scoring system so the quarterbacks get the appropriate weight.
Well, I always think that the 4 for a touchdown for a quarterback compared to the 6 if you catch it was silly.
I agree.
You threw the pass.
Exactly.
Should be 6.
Yes.
I get the yardage thing. It's a little more hefty for yardage, but
every 200, 300,
yeah,
400.
but a touchdown's worth the same who you throw it and you catch it.
Dude, I agree with you. I agree 100%. In fact, I would weight it even heavier. I'd weight it as a 7.
Wow. Okay.
So I got quarterbacks. You have to draft quarterbacks early.
Flying off the board at that point.
Yes, that's what I want. Because that's the truest form of football. The quarterback's the most important player on the field. 610-632-0975. It's Cuz Radio. We'll see what the bot says about free agency coming up next. And all your calls. Geek Week on the show. 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
James Harden watch and more This Fanatic Sports Update is brought to you by NJ Transit. Save 40% on your round-trip train fare to Philadelphia on weekdays. NJ Transit City Pass is your ride to summer vibes. For details, visit njtransit.com/Philly. Yes, of course, it is NBA free agency day. We are less than 7 hours away from the official start of NBA free agency. The official start, we say, because we already know that some deals are in place and we're just waiting the word for them to sign on the dotted line. James Harden declined his $47 million player option as he looks to sign a longer-term deal, which could be for potentially substantially less money to stay with the Sixers and give the Sixers a little bit extra leverage when it comes to free agency later today. The Hawks acquired DeJounte Murray from the Spurs. They get 3 first-round picks in exchange, a 23, 25, and 27 first-round pick, 2 of them from Atlanta, 1 from Charlotte. Bradley Beal declines his player option as well. He could potentially get the Supermax with the Wizards or sign a 4-year max deal elsewhere. Coming up in about an hour, we'll be joined by Kyle Gibson and Zach Eflin. And, of course, Big Brain on Brad joins us at 12:30. Keep it locked in the Fanatic all day long for the latest breaking news and updates. I'm Tyler Zulli.
That's
This is
Geek. Big Brain's
Geek.
different.
I'm sorry. Geek
He's
joins
the Geek.
us. Geek joins us.
Come on, Bot.
At
Get it right.
12:30.
Bots don't make
My bad.
mistakes.
Bots don't make mistakes. You're right. Geek joins us at 12:30. You hear Brad later for Cuz's Corner right here on the Fanatic.
It's the Cuz, Anthony Gargano. Weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
There's never been a better time to get started with gig speed internet and advanced security from Comcast Business. And now, for a limited time, get 3 months on us. Call or go online today to learn more. And 7/21/2022. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 1 gigabit internet. Security Edge, 1 voice line and Connection Pro customers only. 3-year contract required. 3 months on us after prepaid card redemption. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most Root Metrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Hey everybody, it's Pat Egan, and I'm here with Dylan Sullivan at Recovery Centers of America to talk about addiction and support our friends and families who are affected by the disease of addiction. This health issue is very personal to me. In 2002, someone very close to me was battling alcohol addiction. My family and I are so grateful that he sought help, and we've been tighter as a family ever since.
Thanks for sharing, Pat. It's so important we talk about addiction. We need to break down that stigma and the barriers to recovery. That's why we do what we do at Recovery Centers of America. You call us at 1-800-RECOVERY 24/7, and we'll pick up the phone, talk to you about your struggles, and figure out the best course of treatment to get you better, because we want you in recovery for life. This is serious treatment, and we'll help your family, too, with family therapy and support groups. If you're struggling with your mental health, which over half of people with addiction do, we will treat that too. Appreciate your time. Again, if you need help, call us day or night at 1-800-RECOVERY or find us online at recoverycentersofamerica.com.
Is today your lucky day? You bet. Because the new BetParks app is everything you want in a digital casino and sportsbook. It's easy to sign up, fun to use, and faster to win than ever before. And all new BetParks app users can choose between a $20 casino bonus or a $20 free sports bet. Which begs the question, is this the most rewarding casino and sportsbook betting app ever? You bet. BetParks. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. Pennsylvania and New Jersey only. Could your favorite casino app be even better and faster than before? You bet, because the all-new BetParks app has been built around what you really want. Easier sign-up, better gameplay, and faster withdrawals, and all the slots and table games you love. Plus, make your first deposit and get a 100% match up to $750 and an additional 500 free spins. So, are all of your favorite games just a tap away? You bet. BetParks. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. Pennsylvania and New Jersey only.
Grateful Dead members Mickey Hart, Bill Kreutzmann, and Bob Weir, along with John Mayer, take the stage again as Dead & Company. See them live in concert at Citizens Bank Park Saturday, August 21st. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Dead & Company performing 2 sets of music drawing largely from the Dead's historic catalog of songs. For more, check out deadandcompany.com.
DQ presents
The sound of a summer double play. It's the sound of drumstick pieces and peanuts combined with world-famous soft serve to make 2 all-star treats. The Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard and new Caramel Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard. Grab one today or get it delivered at DQ.com. Official treat of MLB. DQ. Happy tastes good.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19? Then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
I thought we were going to the beer store.
We are.
But we passed 3 already.
We're going to the Beer and Cigar Superstore. B&B Beverages in historic Doylestown. This place is amazing.
That's like a 20-minute drive.
Relax. It's just minutes off the 202 byway. They have thousands of craft beers to choose from. Their staff knows everything about beer, and they have a larger selection of cigars than most cigar stores. Check them out at bnbbeverages.com.
You're going to drive me to drink.
Actually, I'm going to drive you to B&B Beverages, the Beer and Cigar Superstore. We'll drink when we get home.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, A-U-D-A-C-Y. Check it out now. Didn't get the chance to hear your favorite Fanatic host today? Go to 975thefanatic.com right now and download the Best of Show Daily Podcast. Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use promo code FANATIC when using the DraftKings app.
Now, here's what you do. You're supposed to give drops now, Bob. So you play a bunch of drops.
Right.
Like, I was out there talking to Richie, one of our great account execs.
Okay.
So I saw Chevy. Chevy's excited. We're excited. In fact, tomorrow he's coming in so we can rip up the place because it's football time. We're throwing June aside. So, but if I'm, like, meandering late, you always do the drops. So you hit the board.
Like this one?
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or, I think you're
Gotcha. All right.
You know what I'm saying? But
yes.
Anything going on with NBA free agency, the latest rumors?
How about this? Windy a little bit ago. Not a rumor per se, but interesting nonetheless. Says on one of his ESPN shows, he's not sure how the Sixers are going to look because you may see 3 to 5 players in the next 3 to 5 days.
Wait.
That's what Wendy's saying.
What is there? You got to give me the wind gust. Come on, man. You got the wind gust on the board. Like, if you have that kind of bombshell, cuz I need a wind gust. You got to do. Yes, thank you. Now give me the wind gusts.
Still learning Andrew's board here.
I know. I'm a
looks,
creature.
My board looks totally different.
I'm a creature to this stuff, dude. I need it. It puts me in the right, mood. We have a wind gust. So you're saying, this wind horse is saying that the Sixers can look completely different. That they're going to have 5 to 6 new players?
3 to 5.
3 to 5 new players? Oh, my God, that freaking Windy. All right.
That's what he's saying on, what's it, First Take? Whatever it's called.
All right.
Yeah. Says he does. Also, I don't think Philly will be done. Hearing a lot about, of course, Tobias Harris on the trade market.
Hey, who in return? Come on, Bot. Give me some names.
No names. They didn't provide.
That freaking Windhorse.
Didn't provide any names.
All the Gus. There's no names. Get names.
We'll keep you updated.
All right. Thank you, Bot. Matt, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Yo, Matt.
How you guys doing?
What's going on, buddy?
Yo, first time caller, long time listener. You guys are doing great. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Welcome.
Yeah, I just want to talk about fantasy because in like my world, fantasy is still a big thing. Like I remember, so my dad is one of 7, and all his buddies and his brothers have a fantasy league every year. They do it live, the draft. Like no matter how old they are.
Dude, see, that's the greatest. The live draft.
Like they do, like they take it seriously. Like they take that one Saturday off every year in August. They do it. I wasn't ever allowed to go because it was like all the older adults. But then when I was like 14, 15, my dad brought me and I would like put the stickers on the board and stuff.
Oh, did you really? That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it. You were the mascot. You put the stickers on. There he is with the second pick of the draft. Joe takes Adrian Peterson. And then you would put the Vikings Peterson sticker up.
I loved it. And like now, some of my dad's friends and my uncles got old. They dropped out. But then now the good thing is the second generation has got teams.
Oh, that's great.
Me and my cousin now have a team in the league, and I'm like in with my dad and my uncles and his friends and stuff.
Oh, I love it, Matt.
So, yeah, it goes to the second generation now.
Love the second generation. Keeping the fantasy alive.
Yeah, and we take it seriously. We die hard. Me, my dad, and my uncles always say we'll be doing this as long as we can pass it down the line. You know what I mean? So,
and that's the beauty. Like, all kidding aside, one of the things it does, it just keeps everybody close. It's just an excuse to get together, an excuse to talk. That's the beauty of the fantasy realm.
Absolutely. And, like, one of my uncles was like, he's not in the league anymore, but he was always like, I don't know why we have to, like, do it live. We could just do it online. And, like, he didn't want to
No, he's a drip.
And I was like...
Who is that? Uncle who? Uncle who?
My Uncle John.
Uncle John's a drip.
Yeah, he's not in the league anymore, but
good.
He was I'm like, dude, it's 1 day a week, 1 day a year.
Exactly.
1 day a year off. We
you get the pizzas, right? You get pizza,
pizzas, wings.
Yeah.
My dad, I'm Italian, so they make the stromboli.
Oh, I love the bowlies.
All that stuff. So like we have the beer. It's great. We take off our jobs. That's Saturday.
See, that's a beautiful thing, man. I love it. I'm proud of you, Matt.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm passing it down to my kids.
You
I'm
better.
telling them, I was like,
that's it.
I was like, listen, I'm not going to be doing this fantasy league forever. You gotta.
Well, you will. But like, you should always keep a team. You always be active. All right, and make sure the kids are with you.
Absolutely.
I got Moss. Moss is my new GM.
I feel bad. I feel my dad sometimes is getting up there and needs a GM, but I got my own team, so I can't help him out. But
your kids help them out. You help out Pop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, absolutely.
I love it, Matt. That's good stuff, buddy. Thank you for calling, pal.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
All right, buddy. That's good stuff.
The second generation thing, that's cool.
It is. I mean, it's a great time. Like Uncle John. Yo, Uncle John. You can't get together?
One night?
I mean, seriously, that's what it's all about.
You don't even have to, if you don't want to hang afterwards, you got to go home. You got to do.
What are you going to do? Seriously, one day.
Hang? But
here's you got to work tomorrow. So the most ridiculous thing in the world is that excuse. Oh, I got to work tomorrow. Okay, well, one day you get, 6 hours sleep instead of 8 hours sleep, or 4 hours sleep, or 3 hours sleep, whatever it is. You suck it up for the day.
Yeah, I just, you don't want to come in. My thing is, I don't want to come in banged up. But the sleep is not the problem.
All right, Bot. You're another one.
The sleep is not the problem.
But you're another Bot. You and Tunis is between the two of you guys. God forbid. Oh, I gotta sleep. I get my sleep.
I'm not worried about the sleep. The sleep's not a big deal. I mean, I like my sleep, but it's not a big deal. I got to plug in, but.
Dude, you know how many times, I don't want to say anything, but you know how many times that I would go to work I might not have slept.
Well, I got to imagine the
back in the day. I mean, dude,
the Super Bowl.
I'll tell you
tequila
what. I'll tell you one story. All right. Now, I'm not saying it's an everyday occurrence, but listen, there's times. So I'll tell you a great story. So I'm at the other station. It's with, oh my God, it's March because the tournament. It was the Wednesday before the tournament.
Okay.
All right. Was it Thursday night? It was a Thursday night, I'm sorry. So Ike Reese is playing for the Falcons. Now, Ike's my boy, right? So Ike, he texts me, I'm coming home. Yo, cuz I'm coming home. I go, yo, we got to go out, right? So he's like, great. So we started, I don't know what time he got to my house. I was living right off of South Street, right? So we started, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock, right? Next thing you know, we were at, what after hours club that we hit? We were out literally. If I told you, Ike was falling asleep in his bacon, right? He had his eggs. He was at the table, dead asleep. Like we had a night of nights, right? We were at, what was that place near Delilah's? What was the name of that joint? I forget. Anyway, we were out all night. I forget. The next day, now I was doing 10 o'clock show. I literally closed my eyes for a half hour. I leave my house, Ike dead asleep on the couch.
Just snoozing.
I go to work, do the show. I probably talked about the night before a little bit. Whatever. It's a story.
It's a great story to tell.
You got to live a little bit. I gave it a PG version.
Right. I'm sure there was probably more to it.
Right.
That obviously we're not going to get into on the air.
No, but my point to you is, you got to live a little bit.
Sure.
Let's go to Ryan. You're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Yo, Ryan.
Hey, what's up, cuz?
What you doing, Ryan? What's going on, man?
Not much. I just wanted to call in and talk about a fantasy league that I've been part of for a few years. So it's called 4th and 16. It's a really deep league. We got 16 managers. It's a group of kids that were like my youth group kids. I got like 10 years on them, but it's the tightest group of like 12 to 15 dudes that you'll ever meet, and they're all like legitimate best friends. My wife taught them. We all come from like a small Christian school.
Oh my God, that's awesome!
They've had the league for a few years before I was in it, and then I got in it one year. Somebody bailed. But it's a super, super, super competitive league. It's also a keeper league, and it's a punishment league too. So every year, the loser stands in my backyard. We throw a tarp up, and they get tomatoes chucked at them. Last year we had a dude who tore his something in his foot, and he literally took tomatoes in a walking boot, standing still. And you get welted up. It's definitely a league.
Oh my God, that sounds outrageous.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And I would say the highlight of our league is this Plinko board. We don't we choose the draft order. I built this Plinko board. It's like 10 feet wide by 14 feet tall. I lean it against my daughter's swing set, and you got to walk to the top, and you drop a ball, and there's all these slots at the bottom of it. You could have a wild card slot or where you draft. So
I like that. That sounds outrageous.
It takes like 2.5 hours to select the draft order, but it is so much fun. We've never laughed as much as we do when we get together for the draft, and then always has to
That's
be a live
imaginative. I like that's an imaginative
really
thing
cool.
to do, man.
Yeah,
How
live
great
draft
is that?
for sure. Can't do an online draft. That's fugazi.
Yeah, exactly. That's it, right?
It's all about getting together. I'm seeing these kids. I got to go to all their weddings.
Oh, dude, that's a great story, man.
It's really cool. Really, really tight group of guys.
I love it. That's fantastic. You made my day, buddy.
There you go.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. That's what I'm talking about.
I am a huge proponent of the last place finish punishment thing in your league.
Yes.
We do it.
You need something. You got to pay the price.
Yeah, of course. So ours is
come in last because y'all thinking who tanks, who start to lose interest, right? So you got to get penalized for that.
I was struggling towards the end because I told you my team was like decimated by injuries. That was my only goal. Was to not finish and I went on a little bit of a run at the end of the year. I actually only finished a game out of the playoffs, which was unbelievable. But my only goal was to not get the punishment. I just didn't want to do it.
And that's the point. It works.
Yeah.
It dissuades you from just losing interest.
So
you
want
to make sure you don't have to do that. Get the welt. What's your punishment?
You got to run the combine. The NFL combine. You got to do the combine with a lot of beverages in between.
So you do the 225. You got so we
do it at like a park or something. So you got to do push-ups instead.
All right.
But it's like you got to run the 40, the shuttle, the cone.
That's
kick
good.
and punt.
I like it.
And there's a lot of.
So you do this at a park?
Yeah, you do it like a football field or baseball field.
So
or
you do your draft there?
No. That's just where wherever we can get together.
So the punishment takes place.
That's postseason punishment.
I like it.
I was literally if I finish an eighth, I'll be because it's a 10-team league.
Yeah.
Like all I got to do is finish an eighth.
No, I appreciate that's good.
Not trying to run the combine.
That's good stuff. My man Patino reminds me. I was talking about Deck Club Deco. No good Club Deco.
No?
Well, yeah, but...
Yes, but no?
Right. On a Thursday night, you work the next morning. One of those deals. I forget where we're
11 o'clock becomes 3 a.m. real quick.
Yeah, and then there's all the places around the city that are open after that.
Right.
You know what I mean? No people. Hey, can you let you in?
Have yourself a night. In the morning.
You walk up the stairs. They look at you. Oh yeah, and you come in. Private joints.
There you go.
That was back in the day. Now now I'm daddy coach. Nah, I don't do any of that. No.
Now you're playing Madden.
Right. Exactly. Where are we at? Ian is back. Ian.
Hey, what's good?
What's happening, Ian?
Not much, brother. You were getting me, you're cracking me up talking about looking at the box scores in Chicago. I was thinking about when I first started playing. My buddies all play fantasy hockey. I mean, like I'm 4 for 4, but not big into hockey. And I was deployed to Afghanistan a lot, and so then my buddy started this fantasy hockey league. I'm like, fuck, I don't play. Oh, whoops, I can't swear, but I want to play, but I don't know a lot about hockey. So, and I couldn't do my drafting, so I would put together this whole breakdown just based strictly off of box scores and stats and build my team off of that. And then I actually started watching hockey, and I got pretty damn good that way. And
you know what it does? It makes you that much more into it. Ian? Like you get you know every player, you know everything.
Oh yeah, it was so deep. That league was ridiculous. It was like. You're playing Dan Carcillo in your fantasy lineup because it's so deep. But the best thing for me for that league and in fantasy in general is it was a bunch of dudes that knew each other, and so we'd go to Montreal, AC, DC, Vegas. We'd pick a new city.
See, you did it up with the trip. You did it on the road. That's a strong move.
You got to do it in person. But on the Sixers, I think. One, I love that Daryl Morey, he knows that Doc Rivers is going to play a veteran center no matter what. So it's Morey's just nope, I'm not even going to give him that option. He can play P.J. Tucker or he can play Bassey and, what's his name, B-Ball Paul. And so I love that. I got to disagree with you big time on Lou Dort. I mean, that's a stud perimeter defender that can shoot. That's exactly what we need, but I don't think unless we were trading somebody, I don't think he's even attainable for us. He's going to get more money.
My point to you is that is he better than Thibault? Yes, he's better than Thibault. But you need a wing that can score right now. Who's your wing?
Well, we got creation though. We got Thibault, we got Harden and Maxey and Embiid.
You still need a wing who can score, because you don't know what
does he have to
Harden.
be a creator or a shooter?
No, he needs to be a shooter. He needs to be a guy who can shoot the ball and can score, can actually legitimate score. You think? See, here's where we disagree on Dort.
That's Tobias Harris, though. Like that's what Tobias does.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tobias couldn't give you enough. That was the problem last year.
I got you.
You know, I mean, listen. The only difference, we only differ with Dort in that, to me, his point. He's a really good defender, but his points come playing on a bad team.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, but I mean, I just think the role he fits. Like, I mean, to me, like, yeah, I would love to have a guy that can, like, for one, they have to be able to defend the wing and they have to be able to shoot threes. Like, now, if we're looking for somebody that can also create their own shot, that's a different level of player. Somebody that can defend the wing, shoot.
Yeah, I think you need a more pronounced player than.
But is that possible right now?
I hear you, dude. Listen.
So that's why I think, like, if we can get Tucker, if we can get two other wing guys, or like anybody between the 2 and the 4 that can defend a few positions and shoot the 3, like if we got 2 or 3 of those guys, I mean, I'm in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know if that's possible. And I listen, and I'm one. I also believe in the. What's that, buddy?
What about the Kings he mentioned? You don't like. What if it was Harrison Barnes?
No, I hate Harrison Barnes. He's a loser. I hate him. Hate him. Loser. Stone loser. Well, nothing to do with him. He's got fleas. He's got fleas. Brother, I love you, man. Thanks, Ian. Great stuff, buddy. No, I hate him.
Tell me how you really feel.
I hate the Harrison Barnes. Hate him. He's a flea guy, loser. I don't want losers. I listen, I'm a big believer in when it comes, there's a different season in the playoffs. I don't want any fleas. All right. Let me get Mike up here. I think we got time for one more. Mikey, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Michael.
What up, cuz?
What up, Mike?
Yo, so I'm in a fantasy league, man. We've been at this for now. This will be our 29th year.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and it's a 20-man league. Okay, so it's two separate conferences of 10.
That sounds awesome.
It's 2 separate drafts. We all draft at the same place, so there's 20 guys at the same place every year. The only year we didn't do it live was the COVID year. Now, 6 teams make the playoffs. The bottom 4 teams that don't make the playoffs, they play in a toilet bowl, so they can still end up winning some kind of money. Now, those 4 teams, they're random for the first 4 picks of next year's draft.
Wow.
Now, it's called the Big Drinking League, and in our league, 7 quarterbacks go in the first 2 rounds.
Really?
Like a touchdown of 51 yards or more could total up to 16 points in our league.
Oh, I like that. See, I like that a lot.
Big touchdowns are big points. So,
yeah, I like that a lot.
You know, that values the quarterback big time.
So I'm just trying to figure out how you guys do the 2 drafts.
It's 2 separate drafts of 10, okay? And the only time the same players will meet would be in the Super Bowl.
Gotcha.
And they just cancel out.
I got you. That makes sense.
I made a league up for my kids. They're 13 and 14 years old, and they wanted the money thing. And I'm like, no. So what I did was I went and bought them one of them, like a championship belt, like a wrestling belt, but it says fantasy football on it. And they got 12 kids, man, and dude, they love it.
You know what, Mike? You're awesome, Mike. You know what? I love that. And it was funny because, I was thinking the same thing when you said you went and got the belt. And it's such a great lesson that it's not about the money. It's about the true victory of bragging rights. Like, it's about your buddies and beating your buddies. It's not about taking your buddy's $20 bill. You know what I mean?
No. Look, they take the belt. They get it for the whole year. I get their team name engraved on the open.
Oh, that's fantastic.
This is our 3rd year, man, and they got a waiting list. Like, there's a 20-kid waiting list to get into their league. And they're like, we're not going more than 12. We don't want more than 12. You got to wait. Somebody drops out, somebody else drops in.
I got to tell you, I love it. You're creative, too, man. I love your league. The way you deal with the guys and the fact you deal with the kids, that's strong, Mike. That's good good work by you.
Yeah, it's a fun time, man. You know, my kids thought they knew football, but now 3 years into fantasy, they could tell you how many yards, how many touchdowns.
Dude, I know. It's the greatest. And, that's what's funny because that's my next step with my guys. Like, I got them. Anthony yesterday, we were talking about the off-season and different teams and players. And I'm like, because he's 12.
No better feeling than geeking out with your kids about football, man. It's so good.
Dude, you're the man, brother. Good job, buddy. Thanks, brother, for the call.
How's it going, buddy?
You too. Now, that's the best.
That's next generation of bots right there. That's how it starts.
We got to create the bots.
That's how it starts.
This, oh, my God. This Windy report's in the back of my head, though, dude. 3 to 5 new players. That means Tobias is gone.
Well, it's funny you say that because now we're getting conflicting reports. Paul Hudrick says that one of his sources say that Tobias is staying. So it may be smaller pieces on the move.
Well, if Tobias is staying, then what kind of pieces? 3 to 5? 3 to 5 new players?
I guess you're talking.
That doesn't,
Furkan gone.
Oh, okay.
One of the young. That's what
I'm not counting that. Wendy's going that route.
I don't know. I mean, I guess that could conceivably be what he's. Matisse moving would be.
Okay. Like, what's that get you?
And I guess he's considering Tucker as one of the 3 to 5, right? I would think.
Yeah, I guess he would also consider Melton as one.
So it really could be one more, and that would hit his quota.
Yeah, but that's not
underwhelming.
That's not even a breeze, let alone a gust. That's A. Come on, it's on your board, or it's on the Tunis board.
All right, let's see. Let's see if we can find it.
That's not a wind gust. It's A.
Oh, where are we looking here? I don't know where you're going.
You no idea. It's the flatulence one, but whatever. It's okay. All right. I don't want to go low rent anyway. 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975 is how you reach us. Now let me tell you about NJ Diet. Now, NJ Diet, I tell you about this. Listen, I know you go, oh, man, we all of a sudden, my New Year's resolution turned into July, like tomorrow's July, and you go, well, so much for that. Listen, it doesn't have to be. And you can still be slimmer for this summer. Yes, you can. It only takes 40 days to lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40-plus pounds with NJ Diet. See, it's amazing, and it's guaranteed. NJ Diet, with the genius about it, it uses your own DNA, all right, to create supplements to help you lose the weight faster. It's just incredible. And again, 20 to 40 pounds, contractually guaranteed to lose the weight. And look, you don't wait for your doctor to tell you some bad news. When you lose that kind of weight, it can help your overall health. Diabetes, right? High blood pressure, high cholesterol, all your numbers will come down. That's what it can do. I'm telling you, it's all about NJ Diet. They got live places that you can go to, right in King of Prussia, right in Cherry Hill, right in Newark, Delaware. Trust me, NJ Diet's where you got to go, njdiet.com. I'm telling you, that's the move. You go to njdiet.com, and you can have live online video consultations from your home. You don't even have to leave the house. Now's the time to lose that weight for good with NJ Diet, njdiet.com.
Fanatic Sports Update.
A second consecutive loss for the Phils. This Fanatic Sports Update is brought to you by Huntington Valley Bank. Huntington Valley Bank, fast-growing, best bank for your business, celebrating 150 years as a top contender in local banking. Yeah, that's right. Another Phillies loss to the Atlanta Braves. This time they lose 4-1. Ranger Suarez gets the loss. He gets into the 7th, ends up going 6 2/3 and gives up 4 runs. Kyle Wright went 7 strong for Atlanta. He gave up just the Rhys Hoskins solo home run on the evening. They now lose the series. They'll look to salvage the series finale today. 6:05 first pitch. It'll be Aaron Nola taking on Ian Anderson. The team is still 3 games out of the final wildcard spot in the National League. James Harden declines his $47 million player option as he looks to potentially sign a longer-term deal worth less money per season, perhaps giving the Sixers some help come free agency, which begins today officially at 6 p.m. The Hawks acquired DeJounte Murray from the Spurs. They give up 3 first-round picks in the process. Bradley Beal declines his player option and will be a free agent, at least for the time being. The Union lose for the second time this season as they drop one to the Chicago Fire, 1-0. News Nation is news for all America, reporting all sides. Go to newsnationnow.com/join us to find News Nation on your TV provider. Keep it locked all day long on The Fanatic for the latest breaking news and updates. I'm Tyler Zulli. This is 97.5 The Fanatic.
Evan Gargano, weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Step up to the tee and take a swing at betting the PGA Tour on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. New customers can bet the tour with a no-sweat first bet and get $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. Now, a lot of guys are leaving the PGA Tour, so look at some of the top players remaining. I look at Rory McIlroy, even though he falls apart a lot at the end. He's usually near that top 5 finish, and you can bet that who finishes in the top 5. Jordan Spieth, always a guy you can trust as well. FanDuel is great daily promotions, and I love when I win because I get paid faster than a blistering drive off the tee. So see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Fanatic to get started with your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's promo code Fanatic. FanDuel Sportsbook, official betting operator of the PGA Tour.
21 plus and present in PA. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey guys, we all strive for gold in our life, right? Gold medals, gold watches, gold everything. But there's a certain type of man with a little bit of a swagger. They go the extra mile. They soar like an eagle, and they laugh in the face of danger. He's a big, hairless, winning machine. And why? When he unzips, he's platinum. Yeah, it's because Manscaped's on the job. Manscaped would like to introduce you to their best and biggest ultimate hygiene bundle yet, the Platinum Package 4.0. Manscaped is the leader in below-the-waist grooming, and trust me, I've used Manscaped for years. You can join the 4 million plus men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping by using the code 975. In the Platinum Package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Ultra Premium 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, the Ultra Premium deodorant, the Crop Preserver anti-chafing ball deodorant, the Crop Reviver ball toner spray. Oh, it's all the best. The anti-chafing boxers and the Shed travel bag that'll hold your goods while you're traveling. Get 20% off today and free shipping with the code 975 at manscaped.com. 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Use 975 as the code at checkout. If you've enjoyed the finer things in life, get yourself a Platinum Package for your Platinum Package.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. So why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They're draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Oh, wait. You're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FULL for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's promo code FULL. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FULL for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code FULL for a $5 bonus.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Here's what no recovery, no fee means at our firm. First, your initial consultation is absolutely free. Next, we understand that most people don't have the money to pay hourly attorney's fees, so you only pay us a percentage of your recovery if we win. Finally, there are expenses in working a case up. We advance these costs as well. If we make no recovery, you don't owe these either. Visit forthepeople.com for more information. No charge there either.
Hey, it's Mike Missinelli here for Landis Block and Concrete. There is nothing like having a beautiful backyard.
Think how many things you can do with it. You can sit outside on a nice little patio, have a nice glass of wine, have a few friends over to cook on your Landis Block outdoor kitchen. Turn your backyard into a personal paradise with Landis Block. They're the resource center for all outdoor living. All you need is imagination, space, and a budget. Check out the photo gallery at landisbc.com. That's landisbc.com for Landis Block, jaw-dropping outdoor paradises.
DQ presents the sound of a summer double play. It's the sound of drumstick pieces and peanuts combined with world-famous soft serve to make 2 all-star treats. The Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard and new Caramel Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard. Grab one today or get it delivered at DQ.com. Official treat of MLB. DQ. Happy tastes good.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
O'clock across the Delaware Valley. Hanging out on this Thursday. I got to check on stuff. Oh, it's the free agent period, the NBA, Windy, Shams, all the reporters trying to glean something. I got the bot. Zuli.
Got a lot going on.
Give me up to date, Zuli. Anything going on, Zuli?
So, we know that Bobby Portis has opted out of his player option, $4.6 million option with the Bucks. Now, the report from Jake Fisher, who's done a great job, I think, recently, says potential of 4-year, $40 million deal will be in place with for him to stay in Milwaukee. So look for him to get a nice little payday and a 4-year extension. I told you about the DeJounte Murray trade where he goes to the Hawks.
Man.
Danilo Gallinari is reportedly in that trade. Now, the Hawks have moved back the date in which his contract becomes fully guaranteed to July 8th. So they move it back about a week, a little over a week. And I think that is to give them...
DeJounte Murray. I love DeJounte Murray.
Me too. So when we saw that there was...
So how do those two fit together?
Murray and Trey?
Yeah.
It's a good question. I guess Murray be off the ball?
Yeah, it'll be DeJounte's off the ball.
Yeah. I mean,
but how do they fit?
Ball dominant.
I know. How do they fit? I mean, that's wild. It's amazing. You know what it is? It's like, it's always been, recently it's been positionless basketball.
Yeah.
Over the last, decade. And you obviously see it all across AAU. But, DeJounte pairing Trae Young and DeJounte Murray is wild.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's probably a good problem to have, right? Two guys who can fill it up, who can be ball handlers, who can, do a little bit of everything for you. So I guess my question for you with this is, how bad are the Spurs going to stink this year?
Yeah, and I don't know why you do that if you're San Antonio. Why?
I think
what's
they're
Pop? What are they thinking?
That kid from France is what they're thinking.
Yeah.
Apparently that kid's generationally good.
Yeah. Damn, man. So Murray's 6'4". What's Trae? 6'1"?
Yeah, he's maybe. Yeah, 6 foot.
I know.
Yeah, so Murray off the ball makes sense, right? So him at the quote-unquote 2.
It's interesting, man. Those two together. You know what's amazing? The Hawks have been one of those trash franchises forever. Like, they just never win.
Yeah. I mean, they're going on, 70 years now? Without a title?
They never win.
I think they won in the mid-50s?
Were they in St. Louis then?
Something like that.
No. I mean, that's unbelievable. All right, anything else, Bot?
Nothing yet, as of especially Sixers related. Nothing yet else other than what we've reported so far. Keep you in the deal zone as it goes.
Oh, the deal zone. 3 to 5 players changing hands. So we know Tucker. We know Melton. Is you like DiVincenzo?
Not as much as a lot of people. He doesn't intrigue me nearly as much as I've, especially with the local ties, the Nova ties. I know a lot of people want to try to bring him in. He doesn't intrigue me nearly as much as a lot of people around here.
What don't you like about him?
I think he's just a guy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he provides you that pop that you could potentially be looking for. Not that anybody that you get now, I think, is going to be...
I mean, they're talking about role players.
Yeah, they're going to be lackluster in something.
What you need is you need to bolster the bench.
Right.
I mean, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any issue. I'm not going to be like, this guy stinks. What are you paying him for? But
right.
I think that I could find options that I would feel better
It's so interesting to think of what they're going to look like. Well, I give the beard. I salute the beard. Salute the beard.
I wonder what that number is going to look like. I know we've heard the rumors of 30-something.
Well, listen, dude, I heard 3 years, 80-some million forever. From the beginning, like when they got him, I heard that number. So maybe that's the key. Real quick, because I looked down, I saw my Dunkin' Donuts coffee that I'm drinking. So yesterday, Massimo wanted a donut. So I stopped at the Dunkin' Donuts to get him a donut. And he likes the French crullers.
Okay.
So I was told that the Dunkin' Donuts do not do the French crullers anymore.
So they had them?
They're done. Well, the cruller was a staple.
Okay.
But the Dunkin' Donuts, none of them do well, at least in Jersey, they said no more French crullers.
Were they not selling?
Yes, they said no. Nobody wanted them.
Interesting.
The cruller.
That's got to be heartbreaking for your son.
Well, that's his favorite donut, the cruller. And they said that no more cruller. Did you know? Were you a cruller man?
Not really.
What's the bot like? A plain donut?
No. I'll do a Boston cream. I'll do a glaze. I'll do a...
His second choice was the glazed.
Glaze is good.
But the
I
cruller...
like the chocolate glaze even better.
Yeah, but the cruller, dude, the cruller was a staple, dude. Like, I remember my grandmother being a cruller lady.
My wife...
she was all about the cruller. There was a lot of cruller love.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the cruller's dead.
I think it's I think it's an item that's come and gone, I guess.
Is it passé? Is the cruller just passé?
I don't know.
It's got nothing, the cruller.
I don't know.
There's no cruller love. They discontinued it.
I don't think there's any love left. I don't know.
What's that about? And they didn't even do a farewell.
I think, you know what the problem is? You got all these crazy donuts now, right? Like the maple bacons and the peanut butter cups and
okay. They do like there's the Amish market. When they go to the Amish market, they like the donuts with the gummy bears on them.
With gummy bears?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Yeah, I'm not a donut guy, so I don't know.
I'm not a huge donut guy. My wife, if she could eat donuts for the rest of her life, that's one of her favorite foods. Yeah. That's her big.
I'm a salt, not a sweet, but, I feel you.
I've always been if I go out to dinner, I'm an apps guy over a dessert guy.
I never do it. I don't like dessert.
I'd rather get wings or nachos.
You ever tell you the story about the bro? I lashed out on the bro one time.
Really?
Yes.
For being a dessert man?
Yes. Because we all went to. Now, to me, you only do dessert if you're a bro, if you're a dude. You only do dessert if you want a date.
Don't tell my brother that.
All right.
Big dessert guy.
If you got all guys, you got to do like Hemingway. Now, I'm a big Hemingway fan. Hemingway says men drink their desserts. So you got to go with the brown.
I think you get whatever you want. Whatever makes you happy. Life's too short, man.
Just listen. I listen by the Hemingway rule.
I don't know. I think life's too short.
So we're all. Listen, you're correct, Bot. I am, but sometimes the violation is fun to get a little violation, break balls a little bit. So when the bro orders the lemon cake, everybody went around and went, "Is it dessert?" And like, "No, I'll have I'll have a bourbon. I don't know, whatever. I have this, I'll have that." The bro went lemon cake.
Listen, I would do the bourbon every day of the week over the dessert, no doubt. Like I would absolutely get even the dessert cocktail, right? You get that over. I would do that over the cake or the donut or whatever. But if the bro's a dessert guy, I know the bro's a big beer man, so that kind of surprised. I thought he might get like
we were at a fine steakhouse.
Oh, okay.
And and in fact, the tab was being picked up by our old boss.
Oh, then you definitely got to get you get the dessert and the drink.
Yeah, no, the lemon cake I found off-putting, but that's all right. I'm a Hemingway guy. Listen, I believe what Hemingway says.
All right.
I
mean, like I said, I'd do the bourbon too. I mean, nice old fashioned or something like that.
My man DeWood says, my son Bryce loves the French crawler.
We got to put a demand in then.
And I can't believe they're going to do. Oh, kids across the Delaware Valley are going to have no French crawler.
Your boys are going to have to.
Is that possible?
Step up.
I didn't know that. I didn't know. The beauty of the show is you have questions, they get answered. So I need to know. I need to hear from somebody from Dunkin' Donuts to tell me that the French crawler's done. Good point. I guess I don't know.
Maybe it's a seasonal thing now. Maybe it's just a winter thing.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Coming up in about 15 minutes, it's Geek Week on the show. We're going to talk to the geek. And he's our fantasy guru. So if you have any draft questions for the geek, you could start lining up. All right? We're going to do that. Let's go to Stanley. I haven't talked to Stan in a minute. What's going on, Stan?
Yo, what's going on, Ant?
You ready? What do you think happens?
Yeah, listen, I'm not really quite sure what these moves are going to be. I just know that there's no way that you can't improve your team. That's all I know. I'm seeing a lot of people talking about how they don't want P.J. Tuckers and Eric Gordons and all these. And I'm like, what did you have before that makes you think that you're qualified to say that we wouldn't take these guys? I don't care about their ages. I need guys who are going to be productive.
I think you're right.
Because what you had from a productivity standpoint was absolute zero. So if a guy can come in and give you anything, who are we to sit there and say?
I agree. And by the way, I love Tucker. Me too. I got to be real with you. I love Tucker.
This is a guy, he's been to the Western Conference Finals with James Harden when he was in Houston. He went to the Eastern Conference Finals with the Bucks and then went on a championship run with them. Then went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year with them. Like, this is a guy who knows how to win. This is what you want. You want these type of veterans who know how to win and in big game situations can do things for you, whether it's to get a rebound, get a stop, be that tough guy, like whatever you need. We never, like Embiid said it, we don't have a guy like that. And if you have a chance to get a guy like that, you get him. And you out here complaining because he's going to make $10 million a year. Like, come on, I'm not trying to hear none of that. Because the alternative was to try to run it back with Cork Maz and Shake Milton as your primary guy.
You're dead right, Stan.
You know what I mean? Like, cut it out.
Yes.
And then a guy that I like besides Tucker, I like Lou Dort from OKC.
Yeah, everybody loves the Dort.
I do. I think he reminds me a lot of like Marcus Smart. I think he can guard.
You don't have. No, I mean,
Yeah,
Marcus
he got that
Smart.
dog in him. Yes, he does.
Listen, he's a really good defender. Marcus Smart to play point guard, man. Like
Well, what I'm saying, no, he's not as good as a player. That's not what I meant.
All right.
I'm talking about from his stature, the way he plays defense.
Okay.
He still has a long way to go. We're still talking about a second, third year
I got
player,
you.
so I wouldn't compare him to Marcus
All
Smart.
right, okay.
But I'm not getting him to play point guard either. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Listen, I hear you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, here's my thing. I hear everybody and the Dort. Everybody loves the Dort. My only beef with the Dort is this, and I agree, he's better than Thibault. So I'm with you, Stan.
Mm-hmm.
But I think his 17 points a game are a product of being on a bad team.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. But I think even if that drops down, which it would, again, we go to productivity from your role players. He's not, because
I agree.
Is literally unplayable.
You know what? I agree with you.
He was unplayable, and that's what I'm saying.
I think you're dead right, buddy.
Was unplayable. You need guys who are going to be able to play when you need them the most.
I
Point
agree.
blank, period.
I agree with you.
Guys, nice talking to you, brother.
What a pleasure, Stan. Always a pleasure, my brother. Always. Let's go to Dom. You're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Yo, Dom.
Oh, what's going on, cuz?
What's happening, Dom?
Oh, man, I'm getting excited. I'm in heat. You had me all excited for football in a couple of days. Now we're in action with the baskets. I love the way that the NBA has made the free agent market, the free agent frenzy. They really marketed this so well and have the last 4 or 5 years. Well, really, since the LeBron thing, but really when you think about it, about 7 years ago or 6, 7 years ago when Durant, I remember on 4th of July, I remember it vividly, the breaking news on NBA Network and all. The way they set that up, they make it so exciting. I mean, they did a heck of a job. So this is a big day, big day.
You know, it's funny. I love you. Now I got the baskets, and I'm in heat with the baskets. And you're right, dude. Listen, Dom, you're so right. You're spot on, man. And
all you do is amplify it, which is best.
I know, man. I can't help it. I love this stuff.
No, it's the best. It's the best. Now, listen, with the DiVincenzo thing, I called as soon as I heard that. Is that something that someone just requested, or is that something that we hear that may be happening?
It's a rumor. It's one of those rumors that it's got a possibility of happening.
I think, listen, him coming out of college, I thought he was a decent player. Listen, I watched him on we all have seen him on the Bucks, even on crappy Sacramento. The fact of the matter is, and I don't say this as a prejudice, but even for a white guy, I mean, just in general, he is very athletic.
Yeah,
he can defend. He's a decent defender. And he hit the three. He's the perfect kind of guy. If we
Listen,
get,
I like him. I like him more than the bot. The bot's not a big fan of DiVincenzo. I like him. I like him more than the bot does. I think he can play. I think he can play a role for you.
Absolutely. And listen, like we said, the core is the core. Everything.
Right, which is the same thing with Dort. I get what you're. I think he's going back to OKC, but I listen. I feel you guys on the role players. I get it. In a perfect world, I would get a wing that is a pronounced wing that could score. Right. But,
Now, this is my other question. Because, like we were saying, I mean, you're saying it, and it's the truth. Everything hinges on Harden. Bottom line.
Yeah.
If he comes back and he's not going to be Harden of OKC. If he's Harden, that was Harden the first 5 games of when he got here, then for the season and the playoffs, really. Then that's where we're good. But what do you think as far as the dominoes falling? What does your gut tell you that's going to happen as far as getting that wing? Are we going to just get like a couple guys that are going to be?
You know what? My gut says to me. You know what my gut says to me is that it's another kind of role player along with Tucker and Tobias is back. Like I keep thinking, how do they move Tobias? I mean, I guess they can move Matisse, but again, what are you going to get? So you get somebody there, you get another free agent, so you bolster there. But I don't know. I still go back to Tobias and go, who's taking the contract?
Exactly. The only way you're getting anything, and like I said, to make all these moves, and then if you're a week at the bench again, and you're dealing with the same crap, the fact of the matter is, keep what you have. It all hinges on Harden. And you like we said, you get your PJ Tucker. You get these guys. That
you become you build a credible bench. And look, I mean, the fact that Harden's going to play ball with you tells you he wants to win.
Yes.
And that excites me. That alone excites me.
Right. And like one last thing. I don't care unless you're getting Durant, like you've been saying. You can't get rid of Maxey.
No.
The kid needs to stay.
I agree.
He's if anything happens, and say 6 years from now, whatever. That kid's your centerpiece. I love everything about him. You got to keep him.
I'm with you.
You guys are the best.
Thanks, my brother.
Keep it up for me, my man.
Let's go, baby. Thank you, Dom. We appreciate it. 610-632-0975. Bot. Anything going on, Bot? Zuli.
We got a ton. Nothing new, but we got a ton.
All right.
Nothing break.
Okay, all right.
Just no. So
you got me like what?
No, talking about Dante DiVincenzo, right? I did a little digging to see who may be interested. A couple of teams of note, or one team particularly of note. Phoenix Suns may have some interest in a player like Dante DiVincenzo.
Wow.
Also a name that's been floating around for multiple teams. Just won an NBA title. Obviously a slow start to his career, but just won an NBA title. Otto Porter has kind of been floating around the Twitter sphere the last little bit. Any interest in Porter?
Yes. Role player.
Yeah, me too. I think so.
I think he hit the three. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
do. Listen. Stance just said it when he talked about the bench last year. Look at that bench last year. That bench was unplayable.
It was a net negative.
It was horrible. So yes, I would.
But yeah, I mean, nothing new to report, but a ton going on, obviously, as we get a little bit closer.
Well, I like the fact that you're on the caper, Bot. 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975 is how you join us. Also, the Geek will join us, our fantasy expert. So if you want to get some early questions in on the Geek, you got to let us know. You can climb in and you can ask the Geek for your draft. It's Geek Week for us. Got to have the Geek on to talk fantasy. Now let's talk about the Bet Parks app. So tonight you got Nola on the mound. Early start tonight. You got to make sure 6:05. Now, you know what's funny? The beauty about the Bet Parks app is if you miss first pitch or opening tip or opening kick, it doesn't matter because guess what? In-game. Yeah, they got in-game. You got props. You have different types of parlays. You name it, the Bet Parks app has it. Now, I do like Nola over the strikeout total. I think that's a good play tonight. I still don't trust the Phil's bats. It'd be hard to back them tonight, back the boys. But I think Nola pitches well, and hopefully the boys can get it going without the MVP. All right? Bet Parks app has it all. Use the promo code FANATIC. That gets you risk-free about $750. Just remember, you got to be in PA or New Jersey. You got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fanatic Sports Update.
The Deal Zone continues. This Fanatic Sports Update is brought to you by Wawa Hoagie Fest. Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. Whatever your order, summer tastes better when it's full of Hoagie love. Get $5 shorties and $6 classic Hoagies. Yes, of course, we are in the Deal Zone with less than 6 hours to go until NBA free agency officially begins. You know by now that James Harden has declined his $47 million player option as he looks to sign a longer-term deal for potentially what we could consider substantially less money. Think, as Anthony said, maybe 3 in the 30 a year per range or so. Again, free agency begins officially tonight at 6 p.m. Bradley Beal declines his player option in Washington. The rumor is that he may still return to the Wizards on the 5-year Supermax. The Phils lose one in Atlanta last night, 4-1. Ranger Suarez gets hit with the loss, and they lose the series. The series finale wraps up today, as Anthony made mention, 6:05. Aaron Nola versus Ian Anderson. The Union also lose yesterday, just for the second time this season. They drop one in surprising fashion to the Chicago Fire, 1-0. They're back at it on Sunday in Columbus. Keep it locked on the Fanatic all day long for the latest breaking news and updates. I'm Tyler Zulli, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Anthony Gargano Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. The biggest party of the year for Philadelphia sports fans is back.
Oh, my God!
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2022. Saturday, October 1st at Xfinity Live.
Put it on your calendar and make plans now to be there.
Let's just go. All of The Fanatic hosts celebrity guests, interactive activities, and attractions.
And lots of food and drinks.
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2022. Saturday, October 1st at Xfinity Live.
The countdown is on.
This is a free event, but you will need a ticket to attend.
Keep listening for ticket giveaways, ticket rate information, and more special announcements.
Must be 21 or older to attend.
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2022. Believe it. Be there.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
There's never been a better time to get started with gig speed internet and advanced security from Comcast Business. And now, for a limited time, get 3 months on us. Call or go online today to learn more. And 7/21/2022. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 1 gigabit internet. Security Edge, 1 voice line and Connection Pro customers only. 3-year contract required. 3 months on us after prepaid card redemption. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most Root Metrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
As America's largest injury firm, we have advantages few others do. Our results and reputation are well known to the other side, and we have a track record of going toe-to-toe with them and winning big. But what does that mean for you? What does that mean for your case? I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. One of the things we're most proud about is that we set up our firm so that your case gets lots of attention from a lot of people. Our technology and army of lawyers give us insight and oversight into every detail and every moment of your case. Paralegals, legal assistants, investigators, buildings with boxes of evidence. Every resource carefully designed to get you the most possible. And at Morgan & Morgan, we even have a dedicated team to make sure that your calls are returned that very same day. Injured? Dial pound law. That's pound 529. All law firms are not the same. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com. Injured? Visit ForThePeople.com for an office near you.
Health Partners Plans wants to help you see more clearly. That's why we offer free eyeglasses and contact lenses to our Medicaid members of all ages. We know that wearing prescription eyeglasses or contact lenses can help improve your visibility, but did you know it can also reduce strain on your eyes that may be leading to other health concerns? Health Partners vision benefits cover eyeglasses or contact lenses in addition to annual eye exams. To learn more about HPP, please call 1-800-553-0784 or visit us online at hpplans.com. When it comes to your vision, be sure to give it a look.
You finally got that new car, so you called your insurance company.
Your call is important to us. Please hold.
We are the tippy top, we're top insurance. You ended that call with their jingle stuck in your head. Then, you called NJM.
Thanks for calling NJM Insurance. This is Claudia. Let's see if we can save you up to 25% on your auto insurance.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit njm.com for a quote.
Think you know Amazon? Think again. Did you know you can get paid when it works best for you? Yeah, that means you can get the money you earned directly after your shift. Or that you get benefits like healthcare on your very first day. As an Amazon warehouse associate, you'll be amazed by what you can get. To learn more about all of the benefits of working an hourly job at Amazon, go to amazon.com/hourly. That's amazon.com/hourly. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Businesses of all types and sizes are saving money with Pico. Pico has the financial incentives and technical expertise to help you reduce your energy use and save money. See how Pico is helping businesses like yours take greater control of their energy use and improve their bottom line. Simply complete a customer survey on Pico's digital portal, and an energy profile report is generated. This energy profile report provides specific recommendations based on your facility's equipment and energy use with ways to save while either maintaining or increasing productivity.
Of all the multitudinous manifestations that water can take, in oceans and ice cubes, in glaciers and streams, vapors and rain, double black diamonds, lap swims, and brains. Of all that water everywhere, only 0.5% is fresh water available for human use. That's why at Moen, we're innovating to save 1 trillion gallons of water by 2030. Discover Mission Moen at Moen.com.
In the heat of the moment, you keep it calm and cool with a $3 medium ice cold brew. And not just any cold brew, but one that's slow steeped and mixed with brown sugar and molasses flavor. With a cold foam infused with brown sugar coolness and a cinnamon sugar sprinkle on top. That's keeping it calm, cool, and cold brewed. With Dunkin's new brown sugar cream cold brew, now $3 along with all medium cold brews. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Want to hear the Fanatic Best of Show Daily podcast? Head to 97.5thefanatic.com now and download each show every day. Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use promo code FANATIC when using the DraftKings app.
Across the Delaware Valley. Don't forget our 12 o'clock hour brought to you by our good friends at Service First Heating and Air Conditioning. That's Brian. Get 0% financing for 72 months and $500 rebate when you purchase a complete heating and cooling system from Service First. Learn more at ServiceFirstHVAC.com. Oh, my man. Coming up is Geek Week. So we're having some fun. We're talking about fantasy sports. We're talking about, geeking out over different things. Today's the fantasy day. Obviously, we're keeping you abreast of what's happening in free agency and all of the free agent moves and everything else, the rumors. It's fun. The NBA is great at it, man. They are incredible at it. The hot stove. There used to be football, now football free agency is still great. But the NBA, because you have some big moves, big names on the move, the whole thing. But it's Geek Week on the show. Now, I can't do Geek Week without having the preeminent geek. Our man when it comes to fantasy football, he was incredible. Bot, I want you to take note, all right? Because this guy is the greatest fantasy football person. I'll put him up against anybody. All those dudes, the dude that Mike had, that Mike used to have, the general I have, all these fantasy dudes, I got the geek. Geek
Week. I love it, Ant. I love it.
Oh, he's back. It's so good to hear your voice. I need freaking football, Geek.
Let me tell you how much I miss you and you guys. I'm going to say, I watch Hustle once or twice a day. Just every day. Every day.
Oh, my God, you're the best. Geekus, I can't believe it. You know what the greatest thing about tomorrow is? That it's July 1st, and we're that much closer to football, baby.
July is fantasy football season. That is the official start. Usually the 4th of July, but the official start of fantasy football season, draft season. I can't wait. And even before we get into the fantasy stuff, I saw something. I saw a statement by an Eagles player today, Miles Sanders, and he said, and I quote, "Don't draft me in your fantasy football league." What's going on over there? What is that?
Let me tell you something, guys. They're going to be good. They're going to be really good.
I love the Eagles this year. I love that offense. A.J. Brown. What a great offseason.
And you've always been a huge Jalen Hurts man.
I mean, listen, Jalen Hurts last year when I came on, he was our cheat code. We all won our fantasy football leagues because we were able to wait. Like I said, you were the last person in your league to take a quarterback, and who'd you get? You got Jalen Hurts. He was my quarterback for every team last year. We talked about it before the season. You gained an edge on your competition because you waited at the quarterback position, and you got a guy who scored just as much as anybody. I think he came in QB 3 or 4 last year overall. So that was one of the best.
Wow, did he really? That's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The running quarterback, and Jalen Hurts was the best version of a running quarterback. We saw Justin Fields being quote-unquote a running quarterback. We didn't see any of the running.
Right.
You know, a lot of these guys, like Kyler Murray, he stopped running around halfway through the season, got hurt, stopped running. So Jalen Hurts really gave us everything we wanted, although I would say I observed that in games where the Eagles were ahead or comfortably leading, his production did go down a little bit because he didn't have to run as much when the defense. So overall, he had an excellent season. And one of the things I want to talk about for this year, I wanted to give you a couple of general sort of pointers for how 2022 is shaping up for fantasy football.
Oh, I love this, man.
Yeah.
I got primer. And I'm working with a guy, the bot, because Tunis is off. So I got the bot is with me. He's another one. When you say Siri into the phone, his name is Zuli. So like if you need something, Zuli knows. So
you just say, "Hey, Zuli."
Right. Exactly. So I'm surrounded. So give it to me, brother. I need your primer.
All right. So we're going to get into some basic stuff, right? And once again this year at the quarterback position, I'm going to start there. So for your standard 12-team league that most people play in, you know who the 12th quarterback going off the board is? And I'll give you 12 and 13. Just understand that this is another year where we don't need to wait. We will not be taking a quarterback before we're essentially the last one in our league to do so. We'll get an advantage at another position. The 12th quarterback going off the board this year is Matthew Stafford, who averaged 24.5 fantasy points last season per game. So if you compare that to, let's say, a Pat Mahomes, last year averaged, I believe, 26 fantasy points per game. There's no advantage to taking a quarterback early. You can get Matthew Stafford, you can get Trey Lance, you can get Russell Wilson or Tom Brady right at the end, at the 12th spot.
Wow.
No reason to take one early. So the minute you take a guy too soon, basically you're weaker at a certain position. I can take a luxury tight end because I'm waiting on my quarterback. I can try to get Mark Andrews or Travis Kelce. I can do something in my league to give me an edge using this. It's a cheat code. It's a cheat code. Just doing that alone will help you win your league against your buddies, your home leagues, that kind of thing. So
how about that, Zuli? Listen to the gig, Zuli.
I've got a second one, Ant. That's not it. That's not it. So with the quarterback position, we're now covered. Just wait. You'll take one of the last three guys. Tom Brady, what are you, upset? If Tom Brady is your starting quarterback, he's going as the 12th, as the 10th quarterback off the board. So the other interesting phenomenon for fantasy football this year, and it is fascinating, in general, we have the deepest crop of running backs that I've seen in maybe it might be 10 years. This is unusual. And so what I mean by this is in the past, when you went past the first 8 or 10 guys, you started to get what I used to call stinky cheese running backs, right? These guys with a lot of warts on them.
Right.
You know, you're not happy, you're not excited about them.
They're like provolone running backs.
Yeah, it's a stinky cheese. Stinky cheese.
That's the provolone.
You feel bad. You make a face.
Yeah.
You know, this year is different. It's really interesting how things are shaping up because the 12 through 24 group, sort of that second wave, looks really great. Some of them have a little bit of mystery, but I'm going to throw some names out, like a Travis Etienne from Jacksonville.
I like
Etienne. Not to like?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what's not to like? First of all, people don't know that he's big. You know, people think he's a shifty little pass kid. He's large. He's like Alvin Kamara. He's a large man, and people don't know. He's a great pass catcher. Obviously, Hate the Face is gone. Thank goodness. The worst coaching staff in
they were the worst. He was horrible. And we got our friend, Doug Peterson.
We know Doug Peterson is a competent National Football League head coach.
Yes.
They're going to right the ship over there. They're going to right the ship. I love Etienne. You're getting him as RB17. There's a whole bunch. Cam Akers.
Look at that. RB17.
Yeah.
Come on. Bot.
Get him late. Very late. You know who else is in that zone? I mean, I'm talking about you can get Zeke Elliott in that zone. We hate Zeke.
I don't want Zeke.
We hate no Zeke. But he's available. You know, if you remove your fandom for a second and just say, you know what, I can get a starting running back from a pretty good offense, you know, RB19. These guys are available very, very late. David Montgomery, Cam Akers from the Rams, all in the same zone, right? Cam Akers, we're not 100% sure that he's going to nail it down. He looked terrible in the playoffs, but my goodness, you would look terrible too if you had Achilles surgery 5 months before. No one has ever recovered from that in less than a year. This guy came back in form. He's a
it was unbelievable. Now you're dead right about him. Dead right.
Yeah.
What are you hearing about Zeke? Speaking of Zeke, what are you hearing about Elliott? Because obviously Pollard looked like the more explosive back. So what are you hearing? How kind of shape is he in? What mindset going on there?
I'm hearing the same stuff I heard last year. "Quote unquote best shape of his life." "Quote unquote nutrition." The same positive. It's all positive buzzwords on Zeke this year. All positive. We heard the exact same thing last year. And listen, in the end of the day, Zeke, from a fantasy perspective, forget real life. Real life, they paid him. They're going to play. That's it. He's paid. He's going to be played. It doesn't matter. And a lot of these backup running backs like Tony Pollard, they look amazing as a backup. Then you bring him in as a starter, and you're like, oh, yeah, it's not that great. So I'm not going too crazy on the talent of Tony Pollard. It's kind of not that difficult to look good in the situations they put him in. They put him in these great spots for running backs. Grind him up the middle, he might be terrible. But with Zeke, a lot of the disappointment from a fantasy perspective, it really came from the fact that you were taking him in the first round, so you expected elite sort of carry my team level production. And he's not that. He's just a yeoman-like guy, going to come out there. And in the end, he's been a top 10 running back, even all of these bad years, because he plays every week. He's never questionable. The guy never gets hurt, or he hasn't been hurt. So you're always sure that you're playing him. He's never got the Q tag. He's a nice he's where he belongs. He's finally where he belongs, right? He's hanging out in that zone of not running backs that you're expecting to carry your team, but rather, hey, I got a great something else in the first round, and I'm filling it out in the third round with a running back. I need a guy who's going to be there every week, putting up some points.
So you say quarterbacks go 13 deep, backs go 17, 18 deep?
Yes. And here's the beauty of knowing this, right? When you know it and you're on the clock in the first round, there are 2 wide receivers this season that should be taken above all else but Jonathan Taylor. So I like the luxury elite wide receiver this year. I like taking wide receivers early. But the 2 guys that stand out head and shoulders above everyone is only 2. It's a 2-man tier, Cooper Kupp and Justin Jefferson. So what I'm advising is if either of those guys are on the board, there's an argument for pick number 1 for Jonathan Taylor. I don't even have that argument. Take Cooper Kupp. If you're first, if you're second, take Kupp. If Kupp is on the board and you're drafting 4, I don't care where you are. Take Cooper Kupp. Just take him. You could tell just by his closing DraftKings and FanDuel salaries last year. It was over $10K.
Right.
There were no running backs anywhere near that price. There's a reason for it. This guy's production is better than any running back. It's more consistent. People take running backs because they're looking for consistency. Cooper Kupp was more consistent last year than running back. So I expect more of the same. And Justin Jefferson, how about the Vikings talking about a new pass-heavy offensive game?
Yeah, which I think is smart. And, because, look, Dalvin Cook gets beat up, right? They beat him up. I could see that. And Jefferson's such a weapon. Such a weapon.
He's spectacular. And Adam Thielen is back. They've got a couple other pieces over there. But, he's such an alpha in that offense.
So it's interesting. You go Kupp 1 overall, Jefferson 2, and then Jonathan Taylor 3.
I think not. My reasoning for it is just because there are great running backs later that you can get. There aren't these great wide receivers. So
all right.
Even though I think Jonathan Taylor is great, I love Jonathan Taylor this year. I love him overall. He's a great player. I think he's great. But when you look at what you can do later on in the draft, if you want to be attacking running backs in that zone I talked about, in that RB12 through RB20 zone, And the only way you're doing that is by starting with an early wide receiver, a luxury wide receiver.
All right.
So that's the way I'm playing it this year.
So you go. So give me do this for me. Give me your top 10. Like just so you like most guys are on the top or 10 team leagues. Who would your top 10 be?
All right. So if I'm going straight from the top down, we're starting with Cooper Kupp.
All right.
Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey. Then we've got Jamar Chase.
Wow, you going with Chase?
Oh yeah,
number 5 overall. Wow.
Once you get past those sort of super elite running backs, Christian McCaffrey and Jonathan Taylor, they're the best.
The problem with Christian McCaffrey is, can you trust him?
No.
Right?
No, scary pick.
Yeah.
Scary pick. But I mean, I'm not a doctor. What do I know?
Right.
But he's young. I don't know. But yeah, he's a scary pick because I don't know how those injuries, if it's going to keep happening. Honestly, I think you just have to ignore it and hope that you're right. I don't think we can predict it. It's one of those things I don't think we can predict. So after you get past Chase, it gets really interesting. I like, and you ready for this? Najee Harris.
Yeah. I love Najee Harris. Love Najee Harris.
Every snap.
I agree.
He's huge.
Yes.
He's a very large. You know how I like quarterbacks with the legs? I like running backs with the size. I like big guys. They don't get hurt, right? They smash for touchdowns. Najee Harris, 243 pounds. I like that, right? He's a big dude. And I think the Steelers' offense gets a little bit better. Derrick Henry.
You know what's funny? I got the guy, big brain on Brad, right? He's a professional bettor. And the Brad says Derrick Henry is due for a down season. Just file that away. The Brad is really good. He does these trends over 3-4 years, and he has this as a down trend, geek. Just a little. Listen, you're the master, all right? I just give a little nugget there.
There is an analytic out there, and I don't disagree with it, that sort of says something along the lines of after a certain number of carries for a player at the running back position, they just can't repeat it for multiple years in a row, especially the style of running back that Derrick Henry is. So,
interesting.
If you're going to bet on Derrick Henry kind of getting hurt, that's something somebody else needs to bet on. I'm not going to bet on that. But, the analytics do say that, after the seasons that we're seeing it with Christian McCaffrey. It's the same sort of curse.
Yeah, when you are that involved, when you have that big a percentage of your team's offense, at some point you're going to get beat up.
It's essentially, it's the same curse, so to speak.
Yeah.
Now, for your 10th, I just want to throw one last item out there. You mentioned 10-team drafts. So there's a pretty big difference between a 12-team league and a 10-team league. A 10-team league really allows you to just target studs. There's lots of good players on the bench all the time. Depth is much, much less important. So when you're in a 10-team league, one of the things that I like to do is I like to target a luxury tight end. And by luxury tight end, there are 2 guys this year at the tight end position that will give you a strategic advantage against your competition every single week because they're just so much better than everyone else. The 2 guys are Kelsey and Mark Andrews. And I'll be honest with you, because if it wasn't for the fact that Tyreek Hill left and Mahomes has no one to throw to but Kelsey, it would be Mark Andrews that would be the top of that list for me. I would actually put him ahead of Kelsey, but because of the new situation in Kansas City, what we've seen over the last few years is in games where Tyreek Hill did not play, Kelsey was almost locked into 10-plus targets every single game.
Yeah.
This guy's going to be a beast. He is going to give us vintage Gronk productivity, vintage Kelsey productivity. I think 10 targets a game for both guys. They are incredible. And our mind is programmed not to think about tight end early. If you're doing a lot of fantasy leagues, you're not really thinking tight end early.
Late first round, you got to start thinking TE1.
Yes. Now, if you don't get one of those 2 guys, if it didn't work out, forget it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Now we can wait a little bit.
No, I
no
get
big
you.
deal.
Yeah.
But if you can, if I'm late in the first round or at the start of the second round, even in
come in with a bust out, give me some Kelsey.
Yeah.
Maybe some Andrews. I like it. Listen, I'm up against it. You got to tell me, because you have incredible tools, and you have your app. The Geek has an app. Of course, a Geek would have an app. It's called the Sharp app. It's tremendous. It's great. Like if you're a fantasy baseball guy or a bettor and you bet these props and all, you got to get the Sharp app. Tell the guys about it.
So the Sharp app is tools, content, odds, everything you need for sports betting. And one of the things, we're actually adding it this week. We've finally gotten this in. We've taken the DFS Army projection models, which are superior. Prop projection, essentially player projection models, which are superior to what's on the books. And we're integrating it into the app so that when you're looking up strikeouts or if you want to bet the strikeout number or, Mike Trout to hit home run or something like that, we've got our model projections where we're adding it into the app so that you'll be able to see it alongside every single prop for that particular market. So basically the whole idea is to help bettors make smarter betting decisions. And I want to grab the Sharp app. Check it out. The Pro plan is super cheap if you want to do it. If not, we've got a ton of free content, and we're adding stuff every single day. So every tool that we add, we've just added to our Game Center incredible trends for every betting type. So if you go to our Game Center, you can see all the trends, anything you want. We're adding in breakdowns of the trends for every single game as we speak. So, it's just constantly growing. It's been spectacular, and we've been adding, of course, my fantasy football content is on there as well, my podcast, all of that. So you could check it out and just
I love it. It's great stuff, man. You're a geek. You're it, buddy. And listen, fantasy football season has begun, so we will start our weekly hits again, all right? So we'll talk to you next week, buddy.
I love it. Love it. Can't wait.
Ah, there he is, the geek. I got the bot. I got the geek. It's Geek Week. Fantasy.
You're locked in.
I am locked in. Coming up, we will get to your phone call, 610-632-0975. We'll get an update from the bot. We'll also talk to Kyle Gibson and Zach Eflin. We got Gibby and F. I love it. Kyle Gibson and Zach Eflin. And they got a Phillies fantasy football to help people. It's beautiful. I love it. So we got that coming up next as well. Big hour left before we go to the General. T.Y. Johnson, 2 o'clock. It's Cuz Radio with the bot in for Tunis, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
The Phils lose the series. I'm Tyler Zulli, and this Fanatic Sports Update is brought to you by Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit PAWorkInjury.com. Yes, the Phils lose yesterday. They lose for a second consecutive time, this time 4-1 to the Atlanta Braves. Ranger Suarez did get into the seventh, but he gave up 4 over the course of 6 2/3. Kyle Wright went 7 strong innings for the Braves, getting the win after struggling in his last 4 outings, giving up 14 earned runs. It'll be the series finale today. The Phils look to salvage at least one in this series. It'll be Aaron Nola versus Ian Anderson. A little bit of an early start time, 6:05. And speaking of 6 o'clock, that is when NBA free agency officially begins. James Harden, of course, declined his $47 million player option as he looks to sign a longer-term deal for potential substantially less money. Again, free agency begins at 6 o'clock today. We'll have everything as it happens, when it happens, here on The Fanatic, so you do not want to go anywhere. The Philadelphia Union lose yesterday as well. They dropped just their second game of the season. This time they lose to a little bit of a surprising team, the Chicago Fire, who were last in the Eastern Conference. They lose that game 1-0. They'll be back at it Sunday in Columbus. Coming up next, Kyle Gibson and Zach Eflin join the show. Can't wait to talk to both of those guys. Keep it locked all day long on The Fanatic for the latest breaking news and updates. I'm Tyler Zulli. This is 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Cuz, Anthony Gargano. Weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. This baseball season turned K's into cash and big hits into big wins with FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. Now new customers can step up to the plate and make a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Just sign up with promo code Fanatic, place your first bet, and FanDuel will give you $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. FanDuel, they have so many great promotions, and I love when I win. I get paid faster than a fastball right down the middle of the plate. If you're new to FanDuel, there's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. So download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Fanatic to get started with your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000.
21 plus and present in PA. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Guys, we're all trying to reach the gold standard. But what if I told you I want you to reach the platinum standard with my friends from Manscaped? Because you know what? You're looking a little hairy. You're not really very well kept up down there. And you know what? My friends at Manscaped are going to help you out with the Platinum Package 4.0. Manscaped, the leader in below-the-waist grooming. Now you can trust them with the whole shebang. Join over 4 million men worldwide, and me, who trust Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com, and you're going to get 20% off plus free shipping with the code 97.5. Manscaped's brand new Platinum Package 4.0, the biggest bundle they've ever offered, gives you a bulk discount on Manscaped's top products. The one-stop shop for the guy who deserves it all. And I can tell you, your lady's going to be happy too. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code 975 at manscaped.com. 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code 975. It's time you enjoy the finer things in life. Get yourself a platinum package for your platinum package.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Results are guaranteed or your money back. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
20,000 bonus points, 18.99% variable APR, and a $32 statement credit when you spend $200 before your dog's 8th birthday.
Credit card ads have all sorts of numbers, but they mean nothing to you if you don't get approved. So here's Credit Karma's number, 50. Like members who shop on Credit Karma get approved over 50% more often than the national average. Now that's a number you can rely on. Credit Karma. Apply with more confidence. Member approval rates in 2021 over 50% higher than 2020 CFPB national average.
Guys, are you tired of swing and miss performance issues? Stop striking out in the bedroom and call Iron Mountain Men's Health today. This is Dr. Avi Donapel, founder of Iron Mountain Men's Health. My team of physicians will create a custom treatment plan for your ED and low testosterone that's safe, effective, and designed to treat your specific symptoms. Schedule your free consultation today so you can knock it out of the park this summer. Call or visit us online to book your appointment at ironmountainmenshealth.com. Iron Mountain Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health.
Did you book the Townsend's 10th anniversary ticket?
Alona's travel agency is overbooked and experiencing delays. She needs to land a new project manager to clear her business's runways.
Yes, Mrs. O'Hara, we checked. Pygmy goats do not count as emotional support animals.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by interviewing on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to Allstate, where we bring it all together. And bundling your home and auto is good, right? And it saves you up to 25%. It all comes together. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today.
Bundled savings discounts will vary by state. Saving up to 25% is the countrywide average of savings off the home policy. Combining the multiple policy discount for having auto insurance with Allstate and the welcome discount savings at enrollment.
Tune in Wednesdays at 4:30 as Jason Stark goes around the league and talks baseball. Presented by Everfresh Juices and Juice Drinks. Everfresh, nature's refreshment.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's 1 o'clock across the Delaware Valley. Look at this. How about a Woj bomb Our old friend, Brett Brown, has agreed to join the Spurs again as Pop's assistant. Brett, of course, spent from 2007 to 2013 as Pop's assistant before becoming the head coach of the Sixers. So Brett joins Greg Popovich back in San Antonio as an assistant. Good for Brett. He's one of the he was a really good guy. Speaking of good guys, I'm so excited. It's funny because it's Geek Week on the show. We talk about all kinds of geek stuff from, baseball cards to fantasy stuff. And we got two great guys. I'm so thrilled to talk about this. So Kyle Gibson is a prince, all right? And he's teaming up with Big League Impact to raise money for people in need with two great events that are coming up next month, including a fantasy thing. So I'm going to tell you about it. But it's so cool because how about we got the rotation on the line together? Kyle Gibson, Zach Eflin, two great guys. What's up, boys?
Hey, how you doing, man? How's it going?
It's fantastic, man. First of all, Kyle, that's so awesome what you're doing. I just think it's so great that, we talk about giving back and being a part. And, this whole week we were talking a lot about encounters, right? Encounters with athletes and everything. And you guys, and I have a story about Zach that I want to share that he doesn't even know about, that it's awesome coming up as well. But, Kyle, that's exactly what you guys do. And that means so much to the fans. It really is not – it's an important piece of this thing.
So I think it's an important responsibility that so many baseball players understand and do their best at, right? And this is a team that I feel like just from the first couple weeks being here last year, you hear about, all of the different charity things that guys want to do and have already done. And it's for me, it's cool to see, and it's inspiring to try to do more and to be involved with these guys. Reese had a great event just a couple weeks ago that a lot of guys were at. And when I heard that F wanted to do a Topgolf event, I had kind of planned on doing one as well. So I was like, hey, what if we do it together? And he's like, yeah, that sounds great. So our goal is at Big League Impact, I've been involved with them now for 5 or 6 years, is just to create experiences like this for fans to come together, partner with players on initiatives that we're passionate about, and make a difference in the community together. And give fans a chance to hang out with some of the guys at the same time. Because I think those type of experiences can create memories for children, adults, people of all ages.
Yeah. Dude, in this town, so the Flyers used to have, they still do, but this Flyers, their Wives Fight for Lives Carnival. And it was a way where everybody would get together. And I just remember it's been a huge success, running forever. Because when you guys get together and it invites the community, it's strength, it's power, and you feel next to each other, man. That's such a cool thing when you get to go see the fans and hang out, because I know what that means to you guys.
I mean, it means a lot, really. We get to see people at the stadium and stuff like that, but when you're at an event, you get a chance to talk to fans up close. You get a chance to connect with them. They get a chance to ask you questions about your family and feel like they get a chance to get to know us as well. And that's something that COVID really kind of stole from us the last couple of years. So
that's right.
Thankfully, this year I think we're to a point with vaccines and also a lot of people have had it, and we can get to a spot where we can get together and do it safely outdoors at a venue like Topgolf, and still have a lot of fun. So we're looking forward to it.
Amen. And Zach, so I got a buddy of mine, right? So my little guy plays 9U ball. And one of his teammates, it was funny, he went to Disney. And his dad said, dude, it was amazing because we were at Disney and RJ, his name's RJ, recognized Zach. And he went up to Zach, and Zach spent 15 minutes with him. And he had and RJ's a good little ball player. And he had the biggest smile when he was talking about meeting you and how much time you guys, he was talking to me about baseball and about playing. And, dude, that is what you want to talk about, the kids and a kid that's you just furthered that kid that I help coach, that kid in baseball. And dude, thank you for that.
Absolutely. It's so cool to hear that because I remember that happening. We were actually walking around Magic Kingdom and Disney, and it's one thing to be, recognized in Philly and see all the kids around here and, get to know them, but to be in my hometown and to have somebody recognize me in my hometown who's from out of the state was really cool. And we just had an opportunity to kind of chat a little bit, and he said he was a huge baseball fan.
Yes.
Just felt like I was doing my part,
How nuts is that? That's the world, right? That's the universe speaking. Because, like, here it is. That's one of my kids that I help coach, and he shares the story, and it's freaking
awesome.
It's freaking so cool, man. Kyle, tell me about the fantasy football angle, which is really cool. This is Friday, August 19th at Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah, we've got a really big weekend planned that weekend, and Adam Wainwright with the Cardinals started doing fantasy football through Big League Impact. He and his brother founded Big League Impact, and really on the basis of doing fantasy football with fans at the stadium. So I've done it now. I think this will be my 5th or 6th year back to Minnesota to now, and it just gives fans a chance to come to the park, have a full day at the park. What I like to do if we have time is play catch on the field, give a little tour of the field.
That's awesome.
And then we go up to a private area in the park. And if we're able to do a live draft, then we take, if we have 2 or 3 leagues, each league does their live draft in person. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do a full live draft or if we're going to do daily style yet this year. But either way, it's going to be a great day for fans and a chance all season, if you're a fantasy football fan, to play fantasy football with maybe Aaron Nola or Zach Wheeler or even Zach Eflin or whoever's in it. I don't know which players are going to be in it yet, but and it gives fans, once again, another way to connect through something totally different. And I'm sure there's a lot of fantasy football fans up here.
We were just talking about it. People go crazy over it. It's the best.
Exactly. And then the Sunday is when Zach and I will be hosting a Topgolf event. So it's going to be a big event for Big League Impact here. And then, as you might already know, all through the summer, we're doing our Big League Impact All-Win campaign. So now, I think there's almost like $800 or $900 going to charity all around the Philadelphia area through donations from Zach, Aaron Nola, myself, and fans. So fans can go to bigleagueimpact.org and get all the information on donating for Team Win, signing up for fantasy football, and also signing up for that Topgolf on August 21st.
Oh man, that's fantastic! That's fantastic. Now guys, listen, we're fired up, man. All right, it's going to be we're going to get one tonight against the Braves, and then we got the Cardinals coming in. We're going to take that. I know it. How you guys feeling so far, man? That was a great stretch. Robbie's got the boys rolling. How you feeling there? Well, Kyle, I'll ask you first. How's it feeling? I know Bryce is a big loss, but listen, that's where teams come together, right?
Yeah, Bryce is a big loss, and I mean you can't replace obviously an MVP, and I think that's one thing that as a team we got to make sure that we're not trying to do.
Yep.
People can't try to be Bryce Harper because only he can be him. But Bryce knows how much he also brings off the field and how much encouragement and leadership he brings in the dugout or in the locker room. And, whenever he can get back out there and is recovered, I'm sure he's going to be on the bench and helping guys in situations because players of that caliber see things that other players don't. And when he can walk a guy through a situation and help them learn and be better, the whole team's going to be better. But, man.
Hey, real quick, because just to add to your story. So you know what I loved about it? So it's a Sunday night broadcast, right? And he was mic'd up. It was an ESPN game. It was against the Mets. He's mic'd up, right? So he does his interview. He's doing his interview. And he goes, listen, he goes, I'd love to be with you guys all night, but we got runners on first and third. I got to root my team in.
That's right.
And I was like, I love that, dude. Like, that's Bryce, man. And that's leading by doing the right thing.
And he's been open with us. When he's at the plate, he loves taking a pitch and just seeing everybody fired up on the bench. So that's the kind of player he is.
That's awesome, Zach. How's Robbie been? And what's Robbie done that really helped galvanize this team, man? And you guys had that great run not too long ago.
Yeah, Tom's has been great. I believe he came over in 2017, and ever since then, and you could talk to anybody in the clubhouse, and they'd run through a brick wall for him. he just has this kind of calm confidence about him. He's been really engaging with players and really getting to know people on a personal level, which I think is probably the biggest aspect of a winning Major League clubhouse. But at the end of the day, he's a source of confidence, and you can see that every single day with him walking in the dugout, cheering us on in the dugout. Just everything about Tom's is just great. He's an awesome manager and an awesome person.
That's all. And you know what, and you guys, the length of the season and all the travel, everything. You need, I loved Robbie's kind of the way he is, because I think that really translates. And I think it just makes coming to the yard relaxing, and so it's not pressure. I mean, I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, huge, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that was the big thing at the beginning, right? Like, we all knew there was high expectations, and when you don't meet the expectations early on, it's easy to be really disappointed and easy to kind of let that carry into the next day. And I think we just have to keep reminding ourselves, even right now, right? Yep. I have no idea where we are in the division, because ultimately right now it doesn't matter, right? Yep. We have to win games, we have to win series, and trust the fact that at the end of the year, if we play how we're supposed to play, we're going to be in the spot that we want to be in. And I really believe we're going to be there.
I'm with you. Listen, I think this is a playoff team, man. I do. I think you guys, I think the offense will come together and get Bryce back and do what we got to do. And I'm with you, man. I'll tell you guys, what a pleasure, an absolute pleasure. Kyle Gibson, Zach Eflin, and boys, once again, bigleagueimpact.org is how you can get involved. 2 great events, man. Kyle, great stuff, buddy.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for having us on.
What a pleasure. Zach, go get them, baby.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
There they are. Good stuff, man. They're the boys as getting ready for this weekend. Kyle is a wonderful guy, like a true professional.
Yeah, they were both awesome.
Yeah,
it was cool to hear from, and like he said, you know what I mean. Like, you do that whole get to know your fan base gets to know you thing. It was cool because, like, even the story you were telling about, the kid in Disney.
I think about the universe often, right? Because I think there's a lesson there.
Yeah, you're a cosmic guy.
I am. And you know what? It's weird sometimes. And then you go, is it weird or is there something there? So when I hand to God, Massimo's buddy RJ, so they've been playing on the same team. I coached RJ, 3 years running. And then, they played together for Coach Warren for the Heat over in Harrison Township. And so I'll never forget. It was so funny because I remember them, Ramon is his dad, taking the family to Disney. And when they came back, he goes, yo, dude, guess who we saw? We saw Zach Eflin. And RJ was all fired up. Yeah, man. He was showing me how to throw a curveball. We're talking about baseball, the whole thing. And he was so great. And it was funny. I was talking to Ramon, and I'm thinking, it's funny. Guys should know the impact that they have when they talk to especially a kid who's interested in baseball.
For sure.
That's how you get them to stay interested, right? Is that when you have an encounter with a kid, forget about adults, right? You have an encounter with a kid, you foster that interest. That's a big deal.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, you not only from a fandom standpoint, but from a playing standpoint, right? You're talking about, proper curveball grip and, how to get a little bit of two-seam movement on your fastball and things like that. And, Eflin's got a good sinker. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Hey, tilt your fingers this way. Tweak the ball just a little bit. Tilt your fingers to the side. Snap it down. That's how you get it. Like, that's awesome.
Exactly. That's exactly right, buddy. Anyway, so it was good to hear from the guys. And it's a great Saturday. And I hope they win. I really do, man. I missed the train was rolling. And freaking Bryce, man, it's so hard losing Bryce.
Yeah, you salvage one today, and then we'll worry about the Cardinals.
I hear you. Let's go to Scotty. You're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hello, Scott.
Hey, Cuzzy, how you doing?
Good, buddy.
Good. I got a question for you, violation or not. Fantasy football here. How early, to preset it, my age group, we have a couple youngins, newborns, young children. How early do we have to set the draft date to be acceptable for everyone to make it without excuses due to no babysitters, XYZ?
Wow, that's a great question. You gotta at least go 2-3 weeks out, right? I mean, I think you're safe
I
if you're
said 2 months. I said 2
months.
I said book it now, so there's no excuses.
Dude, yes, I was going to say the 1 month, right? I give you 3 weeks, a month. You go 2 months. There's no excuses. To me, a month,
excuses.
Zero. I agree. Because now, you say, listen, anybody got vacations? Anybody going down the shore? Like, when are you thinking of having it? The Tuesday after Labor Day?
It's usually right before the season starts, so it's pretty close to the season.
Right. So it starts the Thursday after Labor Day. So most leagues do the Tuesday after Labor Day. You got Tuesday, Wednesday. You can do it a little early. You can do it Monday. You want to make sure, obviously, injuries and the whole thing. But,
absolutely.
Anytime over that Labor Day weekend into the Tuesday, Wednesday is the time. Yeah, I think 2 months is more than enough.
More well in advance to have plans and accommodate for your children and XYZ.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Okay. I like that. And I got a question for the bot, and it might be very, very well known, or it might take a second. 4 NBA teams that are singular versus plural.
Can you say it again?
Oh, this is good. This is good.
It's 4 NBA teams that their mascot name or their team name are singular versus
Oh, okay.
plural.
So like the teams that don't have an S at the end of the name.
the Heat.
Gotcha. Heat, Jazz, Thunder, Heat, Jazz, Thunder, and
Come on, bot.
Oh man, Heat, Jazz, Thunder. Oh man.
Come on, bot.
Down south. They're close to the Heat.
Come on, bot.
Oh, and Magic.
Hey, there you go.
You gave the hit. I love it. Good stuff, brother. I don't know, bot.
Such an irrelevant franchise.
Yeah, but you
got to get it right.
Zuli, give me the 4 teams without the S. It's a plural.
The Heat, the Jazz, the Thunder, and the Magic.
Coming up, I might have to hit you with more NFL. But right now, Zuli, give me an NBA update.
The NBA update, the latest that, by the way, that you gave us a little bit ago for anybody that maybe didn't hear. Brett Brown joining the Spurs staff and joining, of course, Greg Popovich, where he spent a lot of time before becoming the Sixers head coach. That is the latest. Everything else is kind of status quo for now, although one thing of interest that we did see just a couple minutes ago is that multiple teams, including Atlanta, Brooklyn, Chicago, and, of course, the Sixers, are expected to compete for P.J. Tucker in this offseason or in this free agency. Now, it seemed to us like this was a done deal. Does that change your thought process at all when you hear that obviously more teams are trying to compete for Tucker?
I hear Tucker's done.
That's what I thought, too.
I don't know who reported that.
That was Alex Schiffer from the Brooklyn Nets beat writer for The Athletic.
Yeah, all due respect to Schiffer, I think it's done. I hear it's done. I hear Tucker's coming to the Sixers.
That's all I've heard, too.
I mean, I hear it's done from a very good source. So
Shams hit him with the retweet, so obviously he trusts that guy.
Well, I'm happy to you guys worship over the feet of these dudes that I don't. There's only one guy that I know knows everything, and that's Woj.
Oh, I'm a Shams guy over Woj.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. I worked with Woj back in the day. You have no idea about. This is where I'll tell the bot that you got to go back to bot school, because first of all, there's agents and all this other stuff, and a whole bigger. The guy that you can trust the most, the guy that knows the most, is Woj, and everybody else is a distant second, third, fourth, or whatever. especially your boy, the Sham.
Okay.
And this comes from somebody who worked with Woj, side by side. Come on, Bot. Now, sometimes, Bot, you gotta trust the people. You understand?
I trust you. I trust your sources.
You gotta trust the people. 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. I'm going to bust them, man. I'm going to bust them. Let me tell you about my good guys at Colonial Marble and Granite. Colonial Marble and Granite. Yes! They got the big 4th of July sale coming on. Yes, the 4th of July sale is tremendous. Now, I tell you about Colonial Marble and Granite all the time. They have this sale that goes on. Could you imagine your back's like Dad, right? Like you want your backyard to pop. How about the incredible tile? Oh, my God. Like their slab yards, slab yard is incredible. You want to talk about God's art gallery? Well, imagine, it's not just your kitchen. You got for the wall, for the outdoor, the flooring. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And this deal right now they got going on is the sink and faucet gold package, fully installed for $499, valued at $1,200. So when you buy the gold package, get up to 25% off a stone countertop. That, my friends, a big move. Zero money down, 0% financing on purchase of $19.99 or more for up to 18 months. Colonial Marble will help the selection process for everything. They're amazing. They'll give you on-site detail, the fabrication, installation. Visit one of their showrooms online, colonialmarble.net. Sale ends the 4th.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Yes, we are in the deal zone, and this Fanatic Sports Update is brought to you by the Maine Office of Tourism. Maine wild blueberries, always good in a pie, but try blueberry honey, salsa, and even blueberry beer. Visit Maine.com. This message sponsored to you by the Maine Office of Tourism. We are just over 4.5 hours away now from the start of the NBA free agency, well, the official start of NBA free agency, and we will have every single bit of news and information for you as the day goes on. James Harden, of course, declining his $47 million player option as he looks to sign a longer-term deal for what would be potentially substantially less money. The Hawks acquired guard DeJounte Murray from the San Antonio Spurs. In exchange, they send 3 first-round picks, a 2023 pick from Charlotte, and their 25 and 27 picks back to San Antonio. Bradley Beal declines his player option. He could still re-sign with Washington on the 5-year Supermax or get the 4-year max elsewhere. The Phillies get set for the final game of a 3-game set. They do lose the first 2 after losing last night 4-1. Aaron Nola versus Ian Anderson today, beginning at 6:05. The team is 3 games out of the final wild card spot. The Union also lose last night 1-0 to the Chicago Fire. Keep it locked all day long for the latest breaking news and updates, including NBA free agency beginning at 6 right here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Edwin Gargano, weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, it's Cuz. Don't be that guy with the T-shirt on in the pool this summer. With NJ Diet, it only takes 40 days to lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40-plus pounds. NJ Diet is unlike any other weight loss program. They use your hair, saliva, and blood work, along with bioenergetic scans, to personalize supplements that will target your hormonal imbalances, which gets your body into the fat-burning zone, so you can finally lose that weight. Then NJ Diet uses DNA info to help you keep the weight off. Guys, don't wait for your doctor to give you the bad news and then try to figure it out. Contact NJ Diet today. Get ahead of your health. Your weight loss can help you overcome any health issues like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, arthritis, depression, even digestive issues. So what are you waiting for? Locations: Newark, Delaware, King of Prussia, Cherry Hill, or worldwide with live online video consults. Visit njdiet.com or call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Go to njdiet.com. Lose the weight for good.
Hi, it's John Kincaid. I hope you're listening to the show every single morning. You know, I'm a two-time cancer survivor, so I want to thank all of you who have joined us in supporting life-saving cancer research by donating at aacr.org/fanatic. And to our generous corporate partners, thank you for stepping up and supporting the AACR. It's the official charity of the John Kincaid Show.
Davis CPA Group. For personalized caring accountants, bookkeeping, payroll, and tax preparation services, visit daviscpagroup.com. With over 1,500 windows to choose from, Window Nation can outfit any home. Call 866-90Nation or visit windownation.com. You can always count on H&H Heating and Air Conditioning for total home comfort and fast, friendly, and local HVAC service. Visit delcohvac.com.
You know, donations to the American Association for Cancer Research from our listeners and corporate partners add up to big breakthroughs that benefit cancer patients worldwide. Join me. Make a life-saving donation today at aacr.org/fanatic.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Results are guaranteed or your money back. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Welcome to Allstate, where you can really control your savings. Because when you drive less, you save more with pay per mile. So you're really in control of your savings, only paying for the miles you drive. Yeah, life is good when you're in the driver's seat. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today.
Not available in every state. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Norfolk, Illinois.
Did you know that shapes have sounds? This is the sound of a square. Because it's Wendy's fresh, never frozen beef served up on those hot and juicy hamburgers. And this is the sound of a circle. Not the Arctic Circle, but a circle of frozen beef that's flash frozen somewhere else. And this is the sound of a triangle. Anyway, when you want hot and juicy hamburgers, go for the square at Wendy's. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers.
Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
By now, you know that sound. It's the sound of the Home Depot. But what about those sounds? Those are the sounds of a new laundry set that provides a powerful yet gentle clean in less time, making this the sound of savings on top brand appliances. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. Get up to 25% off plus $750 instant savings on select appliances. Valid June 22nd through July 13th. U.S. only. Gas dryer extra. See store for details.
'Tis the season to visit Parks Casino for the Christmas in July sweepstakes. That's right, on July 30th, Parks Casino is giving away so many great gifts it feels like Christmas in July. From 4 to 10 p.m., one lucky winner selected every 15 minutes will unwrap a present containing designer handbags, electronics, and free slot play prizes up to $10,000. Visit Parks Casino on July 30th for your chance to win. Parks Casino. This is how you win. Visit parkscasino.com for more information. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey. More of the Anthony Gargano Show now.
On 97.5 The Fanatic.
What are you doing, bot?
What am I doing now?
What are you doing? You got anything for me?
Nothing new. Nothing new, unfortunately. I wish I had something better for you. I think we're in a little bit of a dead period. Eye of the hurricane.
Eye of the hurricane. I like the eye of the hurricane. You ever been in a hurricane?
No, I
You
mean,
ever seen the sky in a hurricane?
I don't think I have.
In the eye, when the sky is bright blue and there's no humidity, and it's just magical, except you know that it's coming back.
That's got to be eerie.
Yeah, dude. You know it's coming back.
I think the closest we were.
I have a friend of mine who, in fact, he's in Croatia right now. He's from there.
Okay.
And he's with Cousin Joey because they're in Croatia, in Zadar. And he was a like a ship's captain. All right? And he was really a navigator for a merchant marine shipping company.
Okay.
And he spent his whole, from the age of 16 to the age of 30, on a ship traversing the globe.
Can't do it.
And when he told me about what storms were like in the Pacific, it'll make you scared. Like, it'll scare you to death.
Yep. Nope. Not doing the open water.
Remember, like you talked about open water before. Now imagine, right? You're on a ship that's Yugoslavian, that's old, all right? That if the engine goes, you go, all right?
You're just in the middle of the water.
And there's a storm, and the storm rises up 40 stories. Like the ship goes up 40 stories.
Right.
And then plummets back to the water. Every 30 seconds.
Nope.
Could you imagine
Nope.
that?
That's
listen, I hear it.
nightmare stuff.
And if your engines go, you go. You're done. You capsize.
That's terrifying.
Yes. Yes. And that's when you go. The stories that he tells you they make you go, oh my God, you did that?
I don't even want to go on like a fishing boat, let alone that.
This is just ridiculous. Yeah, it's so interesting. Amazing stuff.
I'm sure he's got great stories.
Oh yeah. All right, Bot. I'll give you a question.
Okay.
Let's see if Bot can get this question correct. I'm in football mode, as you well imagine. Let me go 2010.
Okay.
All right. 2010. Name this guy, Bot. A wide receiver. There were two wide receivers that made the All-Pro. One AFC, one NFC. One from the Falcons.
Okay.
Who is it?
Oh, it's one of two, and I'm not sure when Julio got drafted, so I'm going to go with the other one. I'm going to say Roddy White.
Yes! The Bot is back!
Yeah, I just couldn't tell you when Julio was drafted.
Roddy White is correct. Give me this one. AFC South.
Houston Texans?
Incorrect.
No.
He was a runner-up.
Okay. I was going to go Andre Johnson.
I know you were.
AFC South. Reggie Wayne.
Yes! Give me the two AFC runner-ups. One Denver, one Kansas City. If you get these two, you're a true Bot.
All right, so Kansas City, I'm pretty sure, was Dwayne Bowe.
Yes! The Bot! Yes!
And then
yes!
What was the other team?
Denver.
Demaryius Thomas.
2010.
Okay.
2010.
Who was before? Brandon Lloyd.
I give up.
Is it Brandon Lloyd?
It is correct, Amundo. Brandon Lloyd. You got Dwayne Bowe, too.
Dwayne Bowe was my guy. I liked him a lot.
Yeah, I was a big Dwayne Bowe man, too, myself.
He just had an issue of having Matt Castle as his quarterback.
Yeah. Dwayne Bowe wasn't great. He was a great talent.
Yeah.
I agree with that. T-Love. What's happening, T-Love?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's happening?
How you guys doing today?
Good.
Yeah, hey, look here. Every time I hold on, man, you start bringing up other things, man, that I start thinking about. When you start talking about the storms at sea, oh my God, it's nothing scarier than a tropical storm at sea, man.
Have you been in one?
In the Navy, 6 years, man.
You're a Navy man. Thank you for your service, T-Love. What was?
You got it, man.
Where was it, T-Love? Tell me the story.
I was stationed in Guam, and they have a lot of tropical storms hit those islands, and we had to get out before all the ships and all the submarines. I was on a subtender, so at any time we might have 2-3 submarines port starboard, and so we got to get out quickly before the storm hits.
Oh my
and we
God!
just barely made it to breakwater, right along the Marianas Trench, when, boom! All of a sudden, you see sunny, bright skies, blue water, and then you see this swarm of gray just coming at you, and everything turns gray.
Yes,
it's like one blank sheet, a photoscape, all gray.
It just envelops you.
It just envelops, and now all of a sudden, man, you're hitting like 40-foot swells, going up, down, sideways. I mean, you're going. It's hard to not get. That's the first time I ever got sick at sea, and I've been all over the.
Yeah, because you got 40-foot swells that you're dry every 30 seconds.
It's crazy, but you know what? It's great sleeping. It puts you right to sleep if you can get to your rack. But I actually, I'm a city kid, man. I got to see this, man.
Exactly.
It's my first time anywhere, man. I'm peeking out, and I'm seeing all kinds of stuff, man. And they're like, "You're crazy," and it just, I thought it was fascinating, man. But it was the scariest thing that I ever did at sea, and I've been to like 3 oceans, so over and under.
Oh my God! And you would see when you looked out. What did you see? Like you just saw this, gray amoeba, and you just looked and you saw the water from deep below.
You see gray. You see white caps. You see the skies. It's a scary feeling. It looks like the end of the world, actually.
Wow.
And I'm on a ship. I'm not on a small boat. I'm on a ship.
Right.
And when you see that you're almost equal with your main deck is almost equal with the waterline, and you realize how high you really are up, it's scary.
Oh,
it's scary to think about.
Now, I will say this. Now, he used to tell me the stories that there is nothing more beautiful, too. During, like, a beautiful weather, he'd say he'd wake up and he would be out on the deck and he would see the dolphins playing with the ship.
Oh, man, it is beautiful. Listen, we went we sailed to the Indian Ocean. I spent 31 days in a place called Diego Garcia. And this place, man, the clearest greenish water you ever seen. You can actually see down. And we had to dock out about a few miles out because the ship was too large to come into port. And we would take the captain's dinghy over to the island. And right on the dock, you look down and you see nothing but hammerhead sharks.
Are you serious?
It's crazy, man. It was an experience, man. I'll never forget it.
Damn, T-Law, that's amazing.
All over, man. Singapore, Australia, you name it. Philippines, everywhere, man.
That is awesome. That's fascinating. Yeah. I love that stuff, T-Love, man. It's great storytelling. I took all your time. So do you need something about fantasy football?
Hey, I'm just happy that you guys, man, it's come full circle, man. I can remember years ago, man, I got into this a long time ago, and I used to call up and I used to kind of get my virtual ass handed to me talking about fantasy football.
I know, they hated it. The old heads,
you remember those days.
The old heads hated it, cuz. I know.
Yeah,
I know. They used to kill us for talking about it. Don't talk about it.
But I listen.
Everybody does it. Why can't you talk about it?
Yeah, right. I love it now that it's so widely accepted now. You know, I mean,
I know we were
about
nerds and geeks.
There you go. Baseball, everything. You have, if you want to be good at it, you have to invest a year into learning about the players because you got to take the home thing out of it completely, man. Because I see a lot of people, they get into it for the first time and their team is loaded with Eagles.
I know, but that's the fun of it, though. I mean that, and listen, T-Love, great stuff, brother. Great conversation, man. Enjoyed it. Thank
Love you guys.
Love you too,
you
buddy. Now, the one thing I will say, I get first of all, I know you want to win. We all want to win, obviously. But it's way more fun to win when you got birds. So I used to be in a league. It was me and it was 11, 12, how much? 12 of us? 11 cops. 11 Philly cops. And I used to have a blast with them. And I was in this league forever. All right, my man Johnny Gable was they used to make fun of me, right? Just make fun of me constantly over drafting Burt. Because I'm like, you know what? I want to win this thing with Eagles. Now, Bot, I know you, but you are probably totally, you try to win no matter what.
Yep.
You'll have no fun.
I have no care in the world if I win that money on the backs of Ezekiel Elliott and Saquon Barkley and Dak Prescott or whomever.
Yeah,
doesn't mean anything to me. I'm trying to win championships.
Yeah, I know you are. You're just a horrible, heartless thing. You are. You're just a machine, dude.
I don't know about heartless. Like
you're
clearly,
a machine.
I live and die with these teams.
I know you do. I know you do. But as a fantasy,
yes.
But as a sportsman, you are completely just a bot.
Devoid.
Yes,
a little bit.
You're a bot.
Yeah,
you're a
bit.
complete bot.
Got some news for you.
You do?
Yes.
What do we got, bot?
Evan Massey, Forbes, ESPN, been around, a reporter for hire, if you will, but he's connected. Sixers and Rockets.
Sure about that? Now, remember, I work with a lot of these people.
All right, I know.
Go ahead.
I think he's connected.
All right.
Sixers and Rockets have engaged in trade discussions surrounding Eric Gordon.
I like it.
Non-NBA news, that you might find this interesting.
So Matisse for Eric Gordon?
Oh, I would do that in a second.
I know.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
By the way, some non-NBA news if you're interested. Sources say that USC and UCLA planning to leave the Pac-12 for the Big Ten.
Yeah, I heard that.
As early as 2024.
Yeah. So think about that for a second. We're heading to the apocalypse of the conference.
Of the Pac-12?
It's the conference apocalypse.
Oh, you mean in general?
In general.
Probably. Yeah, I think you're just going to have teams.
What you're going to have is you're going to have these monster bloated leagues, right? Like, so how could USC and UCLA play in the Big Ten? Right? Now, all the Big Ten cares about is your TV network, right? So
Sure.
You want the big behemoth TV network. It's like, how could Texas play in the SEC?
Do you mean from like a competition standpoint or just from like tradition?
Tradition. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it makes no sense.
Like all of it, right? So what you're going to have is you're going to have just basically 3 leagues.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it'll be the SEC, the Big Ten, and whichever one survives.
My guess is probably the ACC.
I would think so. I think that it's probably now the strongest because when you look at the Big 12, right, Cincinnati is good, but I don't know what they do post, Ritter and Ford and all those guys.
But the Big Ten, so it'll have this conference, right? So you'll figure you'll add another division.
Right.
Which is the West Division.
Right.
So then the Rose Bowl is the winner of the Big Ten East Division versus the Big Ten West Division.
Correct. Which means that the Big Ten East Division, now, not that it's not like this already, but it's going to be very, very top heavy.
Yeah.
With the Ohio States and Michigan.
Yeah, Penn State.
It's funny. I don't even count Penn State in that.
But they will. They'll move them there.
Yeah.
Because you can only you're only going to have the two divisions, so
Right.
they'll kind of reconfigure them.
Sure. So it'll be everybody, Michigan State, Rutgers,
Yeah.
Maryland, and then the
Right.
West will be, I guess,
Right.
Nebraska, Iowa.
But how ridiculous! Like, think about, all due respect to the general. Does the general squad belong in the Big Ten?
More so now than they did when they started.
Listen, they've made some inroads, but that's my point, is that the whole thing's out of whack. But they wanted New York, right? They wanted that. They wanted.
I think they should be in the ACC, quite honestly.
They should, but they wanted Big Ten wanted a footprint,
right?
And so you got New York, Philly, you got Penn State, right? Which is really obviously 4 hours away, 3.5 hours away. So, they wanted that footprint.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
And that's why they go get LA and they go get UCLA and USC. Like, how could USC? How could the Pac-12 is about to die?
Yeah, I would think so. Because who are they going to bring in to replace them? It would be like San Jose State.
Right. Like, then it becomes a bogus conference. So, Oregon, what happens to Oregon? They're going to leave.
Eventually, yeah.
Washington, they're going to leave.
Yep.
Arizona's going to leave.
Yeah, you'll be left with
Oregon
State.
The whole thing went wacky. And then with the NILs, like all of a sudden, Miami's going to be good,
Yeah, of course.
right? Because they're going to spend. Look at all the money that they're generating for kids to pay the kids.
Don't blame them.
Right? Eddie, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Eddie.
Hello, Anthony.
Hello, Eddie.
Hey, thanks for taking my call.
Sure, brother.
Listen, I sent you something a couple days ago. I don't know if you saw it in the email, but the last 2 weeks of June this year is the 30th anniversary of some pretty significant sporting events in Philadelphia, or things that affected Philadelphia sports. So I don't know. Did you have a chance to see that or not?
No, but again, I don't. It's funny. I don't have the work email. I have just the personal email, so I don't do the work email.
That's fine. Well, I can mention. That's why I want to call and mention. Since 30 years ago, Barkley got traded to the Sun, and if you remember who the Sixers drafted after they did that.
Yeah, well, what they traded was they got Hornacek, Tim Parry, and Andrew Lang was what they got for him. Yeah,
right. And then they drafted Clarence Weatherspoon.
Yeah, it was horrible.
And then
it was horrible. It was like the death of the Sixers. The death of the Sixers has happened a couple times, and that was the death of the Sixers, my brother.
Yeah, it was, and it lasted a long time.
Yep.
Till AI came in.
Yeah, you're right.
The other thing happened the same 2 weeks was Herschel Walker got signed by the Eagles.
Get out! They happened 2 weeks. Wow, that's amazing.
Same 2 weeks.
Herschel, how about that, man? Do you remember the big trade, the Herschel trade, with Minnesota and Dallas?
Oh yeah, the original trade. Yeah, when he first got moved. Yeah, and then nobody wanted him, and the Eagles found it. In fact, I think the fans were the ones who were surrounded the vet at the time, beeping the horns. Remember, beep for Herschel, honk for Herschel.
Yes, honk for Herschel. Oh my God, Eddie, that's awesome. I haven't thought about that in forever.
Well, the other thing happens exactly 30 years ago. Jerome Brown was killed in a car accident.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, that was another setback for the Eagles. And then today, 30 years ago today, the Flyers were awarded Eric Lindros after the Quebec screwed up making two trades.
Ah, that's you're right, man. The monumental things that happened.
Yeah, if you remember, they traded the same pick to the Rangers and the Flyers.
I know.
And then it went to
arbitration. We were so excited when the arbiter ruled our way.
And you know who they gave up for him?
Yeah, Forsberg, yeah.
Forsberg, Hextall, and Ritchie.
Yeah, believe me, I remember.
Yeah,
and we know what happens with Forsberg.
And 2 years later, the Rangers win the Cup.
Yep.
So
I was actually in New York working for the Post when the Rangers won the Cup and broke 1940.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, there is. I just want to.
That's a great.
Bring that
Listen,
to the attention, so.
No, I love that stuff, man. That's good stuff, Eddie. Thank you, buddy. That's good. Go back in the past. Oh my God. You kidding me?
Which trade's worse, the Herschel trade or the move up to get Ricky Williams?
Dude, he traded his whole draft.
The whole draft.
Dude, he traded his whole draft.
I know.
So I covered that year. The Saints were trading in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Okay? So I go to do a story on the Saints. And, dude, Ricky does his press conference. And this is when he had his disorder, right? So he does the whole interview with his helmet on. And it was bizarre. It was the weirdest thing in the world. That was, if you remember, Sports Illustrated puts Ditka in a dress. Did you know this?
I don't think I remember that one.
Yeah, the cover of the magazine had Mike Ditka in a dress next to Ricky Williams. He was married to Ricky Williams.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So he traded his whole draft for Ricky. And he was mad. But that was a famous cover of that magazine.
I don't think I remember that one.
And so I get caught. So I'm doing the story on it. I'm talking to Ditka. And I'm literally, and he was always great to deal with, but I was on a golf cart with him. And he just kept saying, look at him. I mean, look at him. He's going to be incredible. Look at him. I'm telling you, this is my greatest move ever. Look at, and if you remember, that, of course, that draft was the Donovan draft.
Yes.
And everybody here wanted Ricky Williams.
Booed the you-know-what out of Donovan.
Right. And actually, it wasn't that many people, but you know.
Well, right. They like to make it out like there were 10,000 Eagles fans there that day.
So to bring it back full circle, I go to Chicago later that summer, and I go to Donovan's house in Dalton, Illinois. And I go have pancakes at his house. His mother made them.
Okay.
And I can tell you the story. I'm in his bedroom, right? We're talking. I'm doing the interview, and he's got the trophies. And he was that dude was a great kid as a kid. It was amazing. Then we come back at the table. We're sitting at the table at his mother's house. I'll never forget. It was Diekman Court in Dalton, Illinois. And his mother says, I was so upset when they booed you. And he's like, nah, Mom, it was just whatever. And he tried to downplay it. And I even go, dude, that was nothing. It was just a couple people. It was more because of the Ricky Williams thing. Once you get there, everybody's going to love you. That's a true story.
That's pretty cool.
And he
having pancakes in his house.
And the shame of it is, had he kept that mentality, look, it was tough, but he held the grudge. And it's a shame. He had a grudge. And I don't, to this day, I get it. It's a shame, though. And if he wins it in 02, 03, or 04, it's a whole postscript, different story with Donovan. Anyway, we're out of time. Coming up tonight, we got Cousins Corner. So, Bot, great job. We got one more day tomorrow. So bring your battery. Make sure you're sufficiently charged.
Fully charged.
All right? Stay tuned. The Generals got you. NBA free agency. Hopefully we'll be talking Sixers moves tomorrow. We love you, everybody. Have a great day. We'll talk to you in the morning.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Harden opts out. I'm Tom Alvord, and this update is brought to you by NJ Diet. Be slimmer for this summer and lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days. Call